Yeah.
About the size of the Hawaiian rolls.
Okay.
You don't break them apart.
Sure.
You cut them all in half.
Yeah.
You can cook in the Hawaiian roll container.
What?
That that's oven safe. You don't need that pan.
Wait, what do you
Skip
mean?
a step.
You mean on that you mean that little white cardboard? No,
yes.
that's how
You can cook
Jack
in it.
died on.
Where is this coming
This
from?
is
Hawaiian roll.
Hawaiian roll said you can do that?
Yeah.
They've never steered me wrong. Either way, we take them out of that.
How many people are starting house fires last year?
That's called population control. That's what they're doing. No, so you cut them in half. Yeah. You take Swiss cheese and ham or turkey, whatever you want.
Okay.
And you throw the other half back on top, melt some butter, paint the top of them so you can get a nice browning, put them in the oven, boom. You've got ham and cheese sliders on Hawaiian rolls.
Might be too much flavor for Tanner, but at our house, we mix like Dijon mustard in the melted butter, put Popeye seeds and like seasoning.
Man, what the hell just happened to opening the bag and eating them? You guys got crazy on me.
No, you can do that, and that is a fun thing to do. Dude. But you feel super guilty when your kid says, "I'm hungry. What's for lunch?" and you just look at them and say, "Rolls."
Yeah,
no,
no. My kids love them. Love them.
Oh, yeah.
They could eat, and every time we get them, I go, "Do these only get made on Thanksgiving? Why do we only have them on special events? You can buy them anytime."
There's 600 calories per very small roll.
That's probably what it is.
That's why.
You get 2 days of your calorie intake in one roll.
Look at those things. Yeah, look up are those things safe, because then that can save me doing dishes.
Yeah, it's probably. Oh, you mean to cook it in the oven?
Yeah, the cardboard.
Do you know? I also heard that you can do that with a paper towel. You can just put a pizza on a paper towel and cook. You know what you can do? Have you guys ever got frozen pizza? You can use the brown cardboard.
You can't.
Oh. Well, I'm just doing what Sydney does.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's the same thing. All it does is curl up. I ain't on board with this.
First of all.
Can you heat? Yeah, I'm not on board. I'm back off board.
Just eat them out of the bag. That's just what you
can do that. You can, but you can make little ham and cheese sliders out of them.
Or you can just like deconstruct the sides and lay it on a pan.
I don't have today I got in here and I was like, man, I got some time. I had like 10 extra minutes in here.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do anything. So sad.
I have a question.
Yeah.
About extra time.
Sure.
I got up at 1 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
What time do you normally get up?
2:29.
Would you have just
I was up at 2:10. 2:10 today, I just stayed up.
At 1 o'clock, would you have, though?
No, I would have went back to bed.
Even if you woke up?
Yeah, 2 weeks. Man, there was about 2 weeks that every day I was waking up at 1:35. That's sad. That's a sad thing to know. Like, yeah, that's a sad thing to know. I got less than an hour.
Because if you wake up at midnight, that's a great treat.
What's your alarm sound? I want to see if it's the exact same. Did you ever change it?
Oh, mine's on my phone.
Mine too. So
no, I've never changed it.
So it's the same thing that mine is? Okay.
Yeah.
Sid, what is yours? Same thing?
Yeah, whatever is the annoying one. That one. The one that comes with it. That
everybody
hates.
I also have a regular alarm.
That's a sad... If that alarm goes off right now, my body goes into a weird sadness.
It's a stupid sound.
Yeah, this says just...
here we are on the Hawaiian rolls again. You know, it started out as this Hawaiian roll was a good thing. Now it's turned into a lot of work that I got to do.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
No, I woke up at 1 o'clock this morning feeling refreshed, feeling amazing, and I was like, you should stay up. And then I woke up at my alarm at like 2:30 or 2:45, and I was like, I hate my life.
Yeah. Yeah, it's man. If you got that much energy, but what are you going to do? You're just going to go down to the couch and fall asleep.
That's what I would have done. I was like, I could go downstairs, or I could go watch like The Mandalorian that I've been putting off, but then I'll fall asleep on the couch.
Somebody said heat them up in the container they come in.
That's what King's Hawaiian rolls suggest to cook them.
I don't get my cheaters.
Okay, if you have a tray or tin in the packaging, keep it all inside of the package. Inside of the
Keep
container.
the product inside the container.
The plastic wrapping.
We're going to get through this together.
I still sound out things. I remember my mom got me hooked on phonics and I yelled at her.
My kid with have right now is and then he looks at me in his little brain and then he's like blinking like Dora.
Yeah.
And he's like, have. And it's an amazing thing that he just sounded out that word.
Nice.
That's a great... Tell me did I already ask you what X is? What's the sound of X? Because I just skip it.
X.
Is that what it is? Because I thought it was. Because he goes, Ksh,
no,
and I just let him do it.
Yeah, I guess it's not bad.
I don't know what else to do. Ksh. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
I walk in here today, and Sydney looks like she just got up from sleeping on the ground over there. Her eyes. What happened? What is going on in your life? Why are you so tired? Did you go out and party last night, burning both ends of the candle? You can't do that. You got a morning show now. You're grounded.
Yeah.
Okay.
What happened? When did you go to bed?
Like 9, which is late, but I got home from work at like 7:30. So I had to scrub a dub and then go to night.
You just didn't fall. Are you guys shower takers at night?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, really?
It
Sometimes I will. I only do it when I'm cold. It's like when I'm cold,
and
I'm going to go
keep my
jump in the
house
shower.
cold, too.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then getting out of the shower sucks because your house is cold.
So my nephew writes me, not my one nephew, my Canon nephew.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, and I asked him, he's over there. I feel so bad for the kid because he's over there in Minnesota.
He's still over there?
He's still over there, which I didn't think he would be, but he's still over there. And and his brother's about ready to bounce. He moved over there
for him.
And, Colton was going to kind of help him out because he's had some trouble in the past with law and just everything. He spent like some time in jail for quite a while. And anyway, so he goes over there and then Colton gets his Dallas job and he has a kid. And it's like, it's tough to probably try to help his brother now that he's a brand new father and he got this big gig now.
He's
and
worried about where is he going to live in Dallas and all this other stuff.
And I text him, because I was like, hey, what are you going to do for Christmas? Or I said first, my pleasantries. Hey, how's it going, man? What are you doing? He said, I don't have any idea what I'm doing. I'm like, if you want to come over, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah.
Come on over. Wake up with us if you want to. It'd be cool. And, I got some weeks off to hang out with the family.
Yeah.
And he left me on red. Like the kids say. He left me on red.
He's ghosting you?
And then I call up Colton, his brother.
Yeah.
The nephew I always talk about on the radio. And I say, hey, what's going on with Cannon? Did he want to come over or whatever? And he's like, hey, or I was texting him this. He's like, man, can I call you? And I'm like, oh, no. So he calls me and he says, yeah, he told me that he talked to you and that he didn't respond back to you because he's waiting for you to say that you'll buy him a plane ticket to come over. And then Colton told him, you don't know your uncle. That'll never happen.
Yeah. Looks like you'll never talk to your uncle again.
I probably wouldn't. That would be so expensive. First of all, around Christmas,
a 5-hour drive,
and it is only like a 5-hour drive.
So,
but man,
I'd say I'd cover your gas.
But then after I talked to Colton yesterday, and I'm like, well, whatever. I'm not. I asked him to come over. He said, Cannon said this. I wish I could, but I recently he's responding now. Can you come over? He said, I wish I could, but I recently actually got laid off from my job and can't even afford toilet paper. But that note, I got hired as a head chef for 19 hours, so things are looking up. But I'm so behind, I don't know what to do. I'm scared because, I have negative $500 in my bank and I can't even afford food. My life sucks, and I'm going to be honest. And here's my thing, is which one is it? Does your life suck or is things looking up? Because whatever thought you give power to is the truth. Boom! No, I'm just saying. But for real, he's it's really wishy-washy.
Yeah, it sounded like, hey, I got a job, but it's not enough right now. He wants you to cover that $500 in his bank.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Ask your brother. He just got that big Dallas job.
That's what I said. His brother, I think, helps him out quite a bit.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Probably a ton. He's not going to Dallas with him?
I wrote to him though as an uncle. No, he's not going to roll. Man, I feel bad, but I was telling him I've been there. He's young right now.
Yeah.
I've been there. I haven't been to where he is having warrants out for his arrest in Michigan.
He does?
Yeah, and Colton's telling him, he's like, dude, you gotta handle this, man. You can't just let it just go.
Yeah,
I mean, that'll be sitting in the back of your head forever. You got to call him and go, hey, am I going to jail or what do you need from me?
Yeah, because now, as of right now, he can never go back to Michigan. Because if he does and anything ever happens, he's going to sit.
Yeah, man, that kid has had, I blame this. Listen, I do believe you create pretty much everything in your life. Even if it's, I mean, you are, right now, we're doing this gig and I'm driving where I'm driving because I'm allowing it to this is what I'm choosing to do.
Yes.
But I do think, man, did my sister not give them a great give those two a great foundation
they
to
started
start
off on Quickstand.
Really? I mean, and it started with my sister working. She had to work how she had to work. Yep. I think there was a lot of drinking involved where she was working. She was a waitress.
Yep.
And she had to work nights. These kids were living in my house rent-free in Michigan, and they were 14 years old having parties. They didn't have any guidance. They both dropped out of school. There was no homework. There was nothing. They kind of just...
There was no responsibility. There was no accountability either.
And their mom, I think, felt bad about that, so she would let them do what they wanted in a way. Like, I'm not going to punish them. I'm going to be the cool... I think. I know very little about... I wasn't there, but I just know what I know.
And then at some point, after not being a authority figure for a long time, how do you just start being an authority figure?
So for you, because you say that who was scary at your... I mean, how did you have an authoritative figure? Because you grew up kind of a latchkey kid, right?
His parents were divorced.
They were divorced? I don't know, man. I mean, I don't think I had like the fear of being punished as much as I had a fear of disappointing.
Yeah, okay.
And I think that can almost be just as good as like a fear of being grounded or something like that. I just had that weird self-esteem issue of I don't want to disappoint anybody.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's also the friends you, I think, surround yourself with, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I surrounded myself with other people who kind of held me accountable for things, too.
God-loving individuals.
Yeah. And because I didn't have, I wasn't afraid of my dad, but I was afraid of disappointing him.
Dad scared me.
Yeah, I was never afraid like you were.
I wasn't, afraid that he was going to
hit you, but...
Oh, my God, though. Boy, when he would yell, you could just feel that in your chest.
Yeah, I don't think my dad has ever yelled at me. Honestly. I think he's been more passive-aggressive.
I remember
That's
when
a nice Midwest way of doing it.
I thought I was in a gang. I've told this story before, and...
Oh, yeah, what was the name of your gang?
I don't know. There was no gang. I just thought I don't know who I was. Oh. And I was giving my dad some lip. Had my hat down low, sitting in that garage, or standing in the garage, and I'm like, he'd say something, I'd be like... Whatever, Pops. But it wasn't like that. I can't remember, but it was very kind of disrespectful, not paying attention. He pushed me and threw me against the garage wall, pushed me, slamming me up against the wall, and got in my face and yelled at me. And I just started crying. I did. I started crying because I've never had him do that before. And that scared my Jenko jeans right off me.
Yeah. Your crisscross jeans flipped right back around.
My hat went right the right way. My bandana around my forehead flew off.
Went into your pocket, and now it was only for snots because you were crying too much.
And then I go in, and I'm crying, and Mom's like, what happened? And I'm like, Dad. And then so she went and yelled at Dad.
Dad's picking on me. I was in a gang too in school. We were called the Corn Cob Mob.
I like that.
Yeah, you know.
But anyway, I just wanted to say that because that just came in last night with what Cannon said. I feel like, look, I told my wife, I'm like, man,
you're not in a place to take in another kid.
Well, I mean, I could. I mean, I probably can. Just to visit. I'm saying I don't want to, man, I don't want to feel guilty. I feel like that's a little bit of a guilt trip that he's giving me
that's
too.
100% what he's doing.
Yeah.
Because I assume that he is kind of looking at you the same way your sister did. You've got the money to help me. Why don't you?
Yeah, I kind of felt that a little bit too. Like just like what he told Colton, like what? Well, I'm just waiting to see if he'll just buy my ticket over here.
Yes,
you know, and I'm like,
like your sister who wanted all the money from your house sale. Like you make enough, I could use this. So it's kind of like the whole Uncle Jake has got his life together. He could help me out, and it would change my life. It's like
I don't even know how to sound the word out. The X sound. I know I have my life together.
Yeah.
I'm teaching my kid. My kid's going, Ksh, and I say, yeah.
Yeah, sure, why not? You're not in any place to do that.
Teach anybody anything.
It would be nice. It would be really cool if we made enough money to where you could just be like floating my nephew $1,000 to get his life back on track, because that would be a life-changing amount of money for him.
I mean, I could
for right now,
but the problem is I would need him here.
You need to be able to make sure that money is.
Yeah, you know
that's
what I mean?
what I'm saying. If you made enough to where you could float $1,000, and it's like
Not worry about it.
It didn't take a massive, a big enough chunk out of your savings, and you didn't care if he used it. You hope that he used it for the right reasons.
Speaking of which, I had a question for you.
Okay.
If you had FU money, what is your thing? And it doesn't have to be. Let me say that again. What would you buy if you had a bunch of money right now? What is this something that you would like in your like to have right now that you don't have to justify buying? You could just buy it. And I'm not saying like mansion or an island. I'm saying like a real deal kind of thing.
Like,
because mine is a Peloton. I could buy that, but I would have to justify buying that right now, because that's $2,400. And not saying that that's not a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Fat bike. And see, my brain will not let me purchase these things because they're like, your wife wants white cabinets.
Yeah, mine would be like either a nicer camper, a snowmobile, or a third car.
Snow machine. When we move to Alaska, you have to say snow machine.
That's what they call them.
What do you mean a car? What do you mean another car?
I would love to have a summer car.
You mean like a Jeep?
Like a Jeep or a Camaro, something that gets parked in the winter.
I got a Corvette for sale.
No, you don't. You're keeping that Corvette forever, and you know that.
What would be your buy?
You would have sold it by now.
Probably. I don't know who wants it. Nobody wants it.
People would buy that car.
You think so?
Yeah. But you never put it up on Craigslist. I don't think you really want to get rid of it.
I do, but I don't. When I drive it, I never want to. Like literally, when I get in there, I'm like, I'm keeping this. And then that was 6 months ago.
I still think you should put a decent
spoilers on it. Flames.
One, I love cars with louvers. I don't know if you know what louvers are. They look badass. I used to have a car with louvers. They're cool. Either way, I still think you should just put the money into those tires and start driving that thing to work in the summer.
Chains on them?
No, I said put money into the tires and then drive it in the summer.
Oh, I thought I'm so sorry because of this Dewey comment. But yeah, no, I want to do actually screw that. Let's just put chains on and I'll be my all year round. I'll put all season tires on that Corvette.
It's a 4-cylinder, so like you'd save a lot of gas.
Put a pin in your thought. Sid, I'm going to come back and ask you your if you had FU money, what you'd like to buy.
She has FU money.
Dewey is saying the X sound correct. That's a former daycare teacher.
No, she's wrong.
Is my kid teaching me? Did the teacher just become the student? I don't know. Hey, more Jake and Tanner show. Riveting content like this. We'll do more of it next. Sorry. I was doing my Anderson Cooper laugh. What do you want to be reminded?
I said, remind me during the break to tell you why I look at Cannon as an idol.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wait, you're talking my nephew.
Yes.
Okay. I really like his name. I think that's such a cool name, Cannon. Hey, it's the Jake and Tanner Show, 866-916-0959. Your pest control text line, 71090. I want to tell you guys happy vacation eve.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I really am going to miss you guys.
I woke up this morning. I'll miss you guys. It'll be fine. I wonon't remember you. You guys
I'm really going to miss you guys.
We'll have to do some FaceTime calls.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning, turned around from my closet, looked at my nice brand new king size bed and its big fluffy blankets and pillows, and said, "Just one more day."
Yeah.
Just one more day.
Yeah. I'm still not looking. I was a little grumpy. I was a little grumpy cat yesterday because hi, I'm Jake. I was a little grumpy yesterday.
Oh.
One of the hosts of the show, because my wife is a
talk back.
Oh yeah,
spoke
you
out
remember
of
what
turn.
happens back in the day? They say to sound come take you away.
No, looks like we got a witch on our hands.
No.
Oh, go on. Why were you grumpy?
Because my wife was a little. She was happy yesterday. She was a little happier. She's a little stressed out. No, that's not it. But she's happy about going to see her parents, and I want her to realize she's the only one that's like really excited about this. Listen, it's not that
I know you are a good husband, but sometimes I feel really bad for Angie.
No. It's not again that I don't want to see him. I really do. But I got 3 days of this, and even on Monday, she said, "So you guys, if you guys don't want to come over, you guys don't even have to." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'll babysit the kids all day." I know it's not babysitting, but you're not at your house.
There's just so much you can spend at a water park.
Right. So,
it's not a massive water park. It's a small water park. Kids like water. But, if Angie's there for 8 hours, you have to assume only 4 they'll be in that water park.
Yeah. And so I'm going to be super excited on the way back. I'm a little excited to go back to where I grew up. I haven't been there in a while. So, I'm going
to go smoke cigarettes behind the old mill like you used to.
Yep. That is very true. And I'm going to show my kid, they're going to be bored to death. They'd probably be rather at Gordon and Pam's rather than me going around, "Hey, your dad, bed your mom right there."
Oh,
in that weed bed.
My head, that's where I knew it was going to go, but I didn't know. Ugh. How'd you say it like that?
It's a 6.5 hour drive to get there. And then, it's, I don't know what's going to be more boring, the car ride or there. Yeah.
Hi, my name's Tanner. I'm the other host of the show. And to point out how excited Jake is to leave that place, he texted me last year at 6 o'clock in the morning and was like, "Oh man, we're an hour away from home." And I was like, "I'm sorry. It's 6 o'clock in the morning and you've already driven 5 hours?" And he's like, "Yeah, we left at 1. I got up and I got the rest of the family up too."
I did. But my thing was
you left that hotel like you were going for a 2 a.m. Airport appointment. You're like, "Come on, guys, we gotta go."
It was. I woke up because of our hours, and I started looking at stuff, and I'm prepping a little stories or whatever for 2 weeks, which was stupid, but I'm just so used to doing that. And then I go, well, I'm not going to sit here for another 2 hours while everybody get the pavement behind me, because I could be driving while they're sleeping. Fun fact, I don't let the passengers sleep.
Nope.
If you're with, I can sleep, but if I'm driving, I don't like being by myself. Yeah. So I like to talk. And Angie was trying to, I'm like, "Why are you doing that? You want me to fall asleep and then we all die? Stay awake. Let's chat. Let's have some fun."
I know you're a good husband.
Play some road
games. I feel bad.
Sometimes
I can almost see her just be like, "Yes, dear, I know." And she's trying to nod off, and you're just I feel like if she falls asleep when she wasn't trying to, you hit the rumble strip a little bit, and then when you see her face go, you're like, "Oh, that was a close one." We should talk.
It would have never worked out with Sydney, you just passed out one time. We got that story of you just passing out on your date with that one Matt guy.
I
Oh,
will
poor guy.
pass out forever.
He was going all the way to Milwaukee, and Sydney brought her blanket and just slept while he was probably so excited to go on a date with Sid, going to Milwaukee, gonna go look at some animals.
Well, they went to that 7 mile
Oh, that's
thing
what it
because you
was.
guys had talked about it. And then he suggested, do you want to go to the zoo? Sorry, that sucks so bad. Let's go to the zoo or something like that. And Sydney's like, nah, I'm sleepy.
Take me home. You slept
He
the whole...
provided a blanket.
And then
Never,
when he
no way.
asked you or said that was a nice date, you said it wasn't a date. It was just a day.
You're mean. You're a mean person. You crushed his little heart.
Yeah, he tried so hard. Did you pay for anything that trip?
Oh, hell no, she didn't.
What are you buying at the 7 mile fair?
Probably a soda. Did you buy a soda?
No.
Did you get anything to drink? Did you guys eat it all?
No, I had my Hydro Flask.
Hey, really quick, can you smell her lip gloss?
I would rather not.
No, really, do it because it smells like something. Somebody described it as something, and then I smelled it, and I'm like,
Feces?
no, and I'm like, yeah, no, that does have that smell.
What is it?
It's a place, if you can think. They said it's bowling alley smell.
Oh, yeah. It's something a little weird.
All right, Sid, tell us who you are.
Hi, my name is Sydney. Today is Thursday. This is the worst day of the week.
That's true.
Boy, I don't think so. I thought yesterday was. I'm excited because it's Eve. It's like Christmas Eve. Then you hate Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
then
but
you
it's
hate baby
not-
Jesus. Then you
it's
hate
not
Jesus. Like,
really Christmas Eve because vacation doesn't start until after the show tomorrow.
our whole life is a vacation. You guys
That's
shut up.
kind of true.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If you really think about it,
Yeah, I think about that every single day.
Well, I mean,
when
like,
I wake up, like I took a nap yesterday and I woke up and I was like, oh yeah, I went to work today. Like,
Well,
there's
yeah,
not
you
a lot
came.
of people.
Like, I mean, you came in. Most people, when Joe said, "Hey, don't come in. If you're sick, do not come in," and then the next day you went to the doctor or whatever, and you could have stayed home. But
Yeah.
you just came home because it's just It's just this.
Like I said it before, I was like, it's also really hard to take vacation days, especially just like one singular vacation day. Because if you plan
I
on
know.
doing something on a Friday and like driving, you can work until not like most of your work day is done when people are sleeping. So like just go to work and then come back. I don't
So,
know.
what are your not crazy purchases that you would love to be able to do if you had a bunch of money? I'm not talking like
What are you
islands
talking
or
about?
6 houses.
Like a couple hundred, maybe
I'm just talking
1,000?
about a normal for your lifestyle, something that you want in your life, but you can't justify buying it. Like for me right now, I was saying is a Peloton. We could purchase that, but I can't justify spending that money on it right now. I just cannot do it. I would love to. That's what I'm saying. I'd love to have the amount of money where I could get to
Like
where I
double.
could spend $2,500 and that doesn't bother me.
Like if
right
you-
now it would bother me.
If you had like 10 grand just sitting, which I don't know if you do, but if you had 10 grand
I'm just
in
talking
your
about-
bank account, it would be a lot easier to spend $2,000.
Well, I guess I'm talking about like a yearly, like if you're making so much money, you know what I mean? This is my yearly income. I can go buy a Peloton. Kind of not so much buying mansions or islands or anything, but what is that purchase? What do you call this? A
disposable income?
well, not
How
disposable
much-
income. It's a normal purchase, but you can't justify it. Like we did
just
this
a
with
little bit above your means purchase?
Yeah, it's kind of like, these are we did this with houses. Like, what's something in your house that you want done, but you can't? Remember, we just did this topic, but I can't remember. It was an easy way we put it. You know what I'm talking about. Everybody listening probably knows what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. 71090.
I don't know either.
I would love to hear this.
I probably have somebody come and put plumbing in my basement.
How much is something like that?
I talked to one guy and he said it was like $1,500 just for them to cut the hole and put the plumbing in.
And that's not. Then you build
And then
all the
I build
walls
the rest
around.
of it, yeah.
Oh, man. Sid, what would be something
do
that you
that.
would like in your life, but you can't justify that payment?
An iPad Pro.
Oh, that's a good one.
How much is an iPad Pro?
Depends. You want the big one?
Yeah.
Like $1,100, $1,200.
I don't need because I have my
Yeah.
MacBook.
There's
But I
no
want
need.
it.
I will tell you, I would. Like that's exactly what I'm talking about. I really want an iPad. I don't know if that's exactly. I don't
It's
have
the
done
same
any
thing,
research.
yeah.
I would love to have one sitting in front of me.
Yep, but what are you
Man.
going to do? They're
Somebody said
expensive.
on the text line a riding lawnmower. Those are expensive. I bought mine a couple years ago, and I try to take care of it as much as I can. But I always say, I gotta change oil in this thing. That never happens, but I really got to. A Hellcat Charger. I just can't see myself spending $50,000 on a car.
Hellcat Chargers has to be more than $50,000.
Those things are so amazing.
They are really cool looking, but I figured that would be more towards the $60,000-$70,000 range.
They're trying to help me here, like a luxury purchase.
Yeah,
they're like reachable goals. They're goals that you could actually buy. You just can't justify buying them. But you wish you could buy one.
I want a new headset for my Xbox, but I won't buy it. It's $80.
That's perfect.
Like, I don't know. The one that I have works.
What is it? What
crackles?
Is a KTM timber sled?
It's a snowmobile.
No, snow machine. You got to get that right.
No, we are not in Alaska. I think Hellcat. Charger or Challenger?
It's Charger.
You wanted a Charger.
Somebody said on the text line, a complete home gym.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Like if you just had like a small Planet Fitness in your gym, in your basement.
You mean like rich people?
Yeah. Like that house we looked at in Newton. My God, I still think about that house. And I still think about
Newton?
the fact. Yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah.
It was like $1.3 million. And then I found out how sad it was when I figured out that if that doctor called up and said, Tanner, I'd like to just give you my house. You can just have it. I still wouldn't be able to afford it because the taxes are like $40,000 a year alone.
Is that the dude, the eye care place or whatever?
Dermatology, I thought it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I figured out that I was like, oh, it's $40,000 a year just in property tax that I'd have to pay.
Don't feel bad.
And that came out to like way too much.
Hey,
it came out to
that.
over $3,000.
I mean, Brad Pitt's rich. Well, Brad Pitt can't find love.
That's true. Well, yeah, but
so mean.
I guess he'll just keep slaying through models until he finds it.
Yeah, what a rough life that guy had.
You know how many times the old settlers had to dig holes in the ground before they found oil, and now Brad Pitt's screwing all the holes.
Do you think, Lo, you get to a point where when you're Brad Pitt, I mean, especially when he was younger, looks and money, you're like, I still want to go slaying tonight.
Yeah, I would like that option.
I mean, do you think that's ever happened? Like, it's like, I really want to find love.
I think so. Probably. I have to assume so.
Yeah.
Who do you think is aging better? Brad Pitt, George Clooney, or Tom Cruise?
Everybody's saying now, when they're this Top Gun, a lot of people have been reading things. They're like, man, God, Tom Cruise just doesn't age. I'd have to see him. I'd have to see him now.
Can you pull up Tom Cruise?
I think George might be a little older than all of them.
But not
But he's still
much.
great looking. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, Siri.
That's the thing. We put him in the same category.
How old is George Clooney? George Baloney.
I found this on the web. For how old is George Bologna?
She is worthless.
You,
hey,
Siri.
How old is George Clooney?
George Clooney is 58 years old.
Oh, he's right around. Brad turned 56 yesterday.
Brad's 56?
Yeah, Tom is. Hey, Google. No, hey, Siri. How old is Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise is 57 years old.
Okay, so they're right around the same age.
Yeah. You got to look up Tom Cruise because somebody has made this. Tom Cruise, just type in Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, George Clooney. And somebody will have 3 photos right next to each other.
Google never disappoints.
Google is amazing. Except, once again, the Google minis and stuff.
There they are.
Yeah, right there. I told you.
I feel like they're younger there, though.
Yeah, they are.
They're men over 50, Lo. Yeah, look at
God,
Johnny
Depp looks like an ashtray.
He looks like if cancer was a real person, that would be it.
Why is Taylor Lautner in that group?
You gotta get it. I don't think that's not. You gotta go to the men over 50 because that was definitely a picture of them. Obviously over 50.
Okay. Sorry. That's not a good photo of Brad Pitt, but I think, can you go back to that one?
She's a clicker.
Brad Pitt is the least attractive one in that group of 3. Just for that photo. I think his eye is a little wonky. I think his face is a little rounder.
Don't forget he's got a ponytail.
And he's got a little bit of a ponytail. George Clooney has a flippin' medical syndrome named after him for being attractive when older.
You got to do what you were doing before. Type in Tom Cruise 2019, and we'll take one glance, and then do it with Brad, and then do it with George, because there'll be recent pictures.
Yeah, because in that photo, that doesn't seem accurate. Because you have to agree, Brad Pitt looks the worst in there.
Yeah, right. And just click on the first photo. We'll just do whatever. Okay, there's Tom. Which again, being 56 years old, that's not bad.
Yeah, he looks good. Bead Pitt.
I like that. By the way, you can text TV to 71090. You can judge people with us.
My God, that length of hair on Brad with that little gray goatee.
Yeah, it looks good.
It does look good, doesn't it?
Wait, is that 2019, Brad?
That was.
Son of a bee.
George Washington.
Yeah, George Clooney does have a medical disease written on him.
He does, man. It's so annoying.
Have you
call
ever
it the George Clooney effect when you're super handsome while you're older? He looks good with a beard, too.
Have you ever seen?
Oh my God,
Tanner, or have you heard George Clooney talk? Like, if I played those videos where he'll go on stage and talk,
yes,
he is so charismatic. Everything the way he delivers himself. Oh God!
And when you find out that he gave like 7 of his closest friends $1 million tax free, like I already took care of the taxes, that kind of bumps him up a little more because you haven't heard of Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt doing that.
Did you know that, Sid? George, after he became wealthy,
it was only a few years ago that he had
like 7 of his closest friends, and these are friends who helped him in his career. Like he stayed on their couch. They would, when he was making nothing in acting, and he brought these briefcases. He gathered them all to this conference room, brought briefcases.
Yep.
And they all opened their briefcases, and there was $1 million. Was it $1 million or $3 million?
I thought it was just $1 million.
Whatever it was, a ridiculous amount. But it was in the millions.
Yep.
In each of the briefcase, and said that you guys have helped me out one way or another, me making it into acting and me being able to live this lifestyle. So I want to, oh my God, I'm getting chills here. I want to give back. I want to give the back. And he said some of these people were just living paycheck to paycheck.
Yep.
How awesome is that?
And he waited, like I said, he paid the taxes too. So it wasn't like he gave him $1 million and then he had to pay 27%. No, he was like, I already covered. Here's enough to cover the taxes on $1 million too. That's amazing.
I want a friend. Why are you like that? I think you made it into radio bigger, and then you do that for me.
I've already said I get so scared that I'm gonna win the lottery because I'm like there will be this weird contract that I've signed or something, or verbal contract on the air that you've made me sign where I have to give you like 60%, not even just half.
Just more. I lawyer up like right away.
Yeah. Like I would be like, hey man, I won the lottery and this is gonna be awesome. Like I'm gonna build us a studio, and you're gonna just be like, I don't know if you should do that with our money.
All right, let's go through this really quick. Okay. Let's go yay or nay. There's Tom. It's kind of a bad picture.
Yeah, look, do the third one. Do that third one. It's from the same conference. He looks great.
Look, he looks surprised.
What do you mean? He looks like a completely different person.
Well, it's a head on and different thing. He looks great. For 56? Actually, for any age.
By the way, Top Gun, the new one, John Hamm was talking about it because apparently John Hamm's in that. I did not know that.
Love John
the
Hamm.
Hamaconda.
Yeah, the Hamaconda is going to be the aircraft carrier.
Everybody rides it.
Boom.
He walked up to Tom, and the very first time you ever met Tom hugged him and grabbed his shoulders and said, "It's outstanding. You are an incredible actor, and I'm so glad you're here." And he's like, "I got the Tom Cruise experience." Because apparently Tom is so intense when he talks, and the way he talks, like you just like look at me, you would hate it because when you talk he just follows your eyeballs and everybody else just disappears. Anyway.
Yeah, well, he's Jesus. Well, he's Scientology Jesus.
Man, Brad is so pretty.
He is really
just pretty.
But let's be honest, he's got a rounder face than I think you'd like. Sorry, not as skinny of a face than I think you'd like. Not anymore. Like, you like faces where you can definitely see the cheeks go in, and his is just kind of almost a perfect square.
We should put Jude Law up here in the mix. Just kidding.
Do you know who's super pretty? And I've said this 1,000 times. Do you know who it's going to be?
Yeah.
Tim Oliphant.
Oh yeah, he's a good looking guy,
and he's charismatic.
Oh, he's really
funny
charismatic
as hell.
Yeah, no, he's good.
Okay,
we gotta go to George.
My God, man, look at that one. He could play a sexy Santa. Look at him. Like that. Let that guy come down my chimney.
I think I almost like. Yeah. I want his candy cane.
Won't you ride my sleigh tonight?
I've been naughty, Mr. Santa. Here, let's listen really quick. How charismatic? I want to see. I just pulled up.
But I don't mind that. There are people that
Listen to that voice too.
when you look back at the history of films, there were sort of two kinds of actors you could watch. You could watch Laurence Olivier, or you could watch Spencer Tracy, and you always knew Spencer Tracy was going to be Spencer Tracy. And,
his voice
and Laurence
is pure
Olivier
bass.
could do anything.
Let me see if I can find him laughing because he's so.
I wish he had an ugly laugh.
And then you went in your acceptance speech, told us how great Hollywood was.
Exactly. Well, if I'm in the right part, I think I can do the job really well.
God,
I truly believe that.
And it is super charismatic. Though, if you ever watch him do a speech, or if he has the attention of the room, everybody, and just the way he carries himself, it's amazing. It's amazing talent.
It'd be funny if he laughed though, like the Chewbacca mom, or
or that one laugh, the one laugh of the girl that was doing the interview.
Oh, Justin Bieber's interview.
No.
The Justin Bieber one is really funny because he destroys that woman in 30 seconds. Makes her feel so stupid and small.
Nothing's better than this, though. They're doing a mock interview of a daughter. The daughter's doing a mock interview with the mom, and the mom's acting like the employer.
Yes.
And the daughter laughs here in a minute.
What is your personal philosophy of rehabilitation?
So my personal philosophy of rehabilitation.
I really wish George Clooney did that.
Yeah, that would be great.
We should probably get going.
Do you remember this?
I do.
I want to hear it though.
All right.
I love it so much.
Selena Gomez said that she wants to cut your hair.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
I didn't hear that, but
What do you think of
sounds like something she'd say. I like that laugh.
All right, that was fun. Lots of fun.
What a good day.
All right, it's Jake and Tanner show. We got more of it next, including we got to go through a sleep app. See if we got it. I knew you were going to forget. I told my wife, I go, he won't do it.
I had all intentions to, too.
We'll talk about it next. Jake and Tanner
100%.
show.
Very wet hands.
Yeah, I remember when Jolene would come into the studio. This is old KTI, and she'd be spraying it down when she walked in. She's like, it just smells like boy in here.
Yeah.
You mean B.O.? Yeah, like boa.
The boy.
Hey, it's Jake and Tanner show. Jake, Tanner, Sydney. I was going to tell you this. Do you know how great apparently Uncut Gems is?
I have only heard good things.
The movie with Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler is sitting at a round table with all like Tom Hanks and Adam Driver. I mean, he's sitting around with Shia LaBeouf, and they're talking acting, and it felt weird watching that.
Yeah, because he's just supposed to be the guy that is
the goofy
very
guy.
physical comedy.
Yeah.
He yells.
This is how great that movie is. That coming to Netflix or is that in theaters?
No, I think that's a theater movie.
Okay, well, it's called Uncut Gems. This is what happened. He was at a basketball game. His phone rings.
Okay.
He answers it.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
It was Daniel Day-Lewis telling him how great the movie was, how intense it was, and how great of his performance was. When the greatest actor of all time calls you to tell you how great you were, he was shaking his buddies, and he was like, it's Daniel Day-Lewis, and they didn't care.
Yeah.
My God, apparently, I'm going to have to watch that. I guess it's going to be good.
Yeah, I would very much enjoy seeing that. But also, when am I going to watch it? Do you want to go see it together? I feel like that's the only time that I'll go see it is if you and I take a few hours when you don't have anybody at home and I don't have anybody at home and we just go watch it for prep. And then we can business expense it.
I wouldn't mind. I don't know when is it out? It's coming out?
Yeah,
is
when
it
does
out?
that come out?
I don't know.
What movie is it?
Hey, by the way, well, first, can you go to the clock hour? You got to get these. Sleep app things up. I want to figure this out because I found this sleep app. The Prime Sleep Recorder allows you to hear what you sound like during the night.
I just don't want farts.
That's easy to use app includes a snore detection feature. It records only when there's noise detected. I had mine. I did it last night. I called you guys and was I texted each of you and see if you guys would do it.
I downloaded it.
You downloaded it. You were ready to go. Can you go? You got to start slideshow, and we'll go through some of these here in a second.
Slideshow. Go up. Right there.
Sydney made some pretty good points. She's like, when I text her last night, I'm like, hey, download this and record yourself sleeping. And she said, well, hold on, I'm getting to it really quick. Oh man, where did it go? Hang on. Here it is. And she goes, no, I'm not going to do that. It'll speak to me. I'm scared. This is like The Ring. Some dweebs with it podcast, some dweebs podcast, and they'll hack it or whatever.
Oh,
just
that's
like we were
probably
talking.
good. Yeah.
Could you imagine if it's sitting there by your head, and all of a sudden it's
screaming?
Like, wake up. Or it starts playing a really weird song, and then she went on to say that she says they're going to snap it. Was this the picture you took? She said you're going to snap this picture and it's going to be all over the internet.
Yeah, they were going to hack my camera.
Take that. Yeah, now I get it. So you didn't use it, Tanner. I ended up using it. I got zero. I got zilch. It did nothing. It recorded some things, but it recorded me like just moving. And I'm really a loud mover when I like want to switch onto my right side. I like will try hopping up and twisting my body in the air.
Do you scream? Jake just flipped sides again.
I should. My wife gets so mad because I rock the whole bed.
Yeah, but I sleep with the TV on. My thing would be recording the whole time.
Oh, that could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told her.
That's what.
I didn't know that.
Semi-on. I got to get it. I tell my wife, I got to semi-wave. We need to get semi-waveless. We shouldn't have got the wave in the waterbed.
I swear to God, do you have a waterbed? Tell me the truth right now.
I don't know. It's a little personal. Sid, did you record anything? Did you get anything?
I downloaded the app, fell asleep for about an hour, but I fall asleep listening to stuff, so... Okay. I don't know what that did. Woke up in a complete panic, deleted the app, and restarted my phone. I was scared.
Wait, you were scared that something was actually going to happen?
Yeah, I woke up and I was like, nope.
Yeah, that's terrifying. Yeah, last night would have been a good
I put
one,
tape over
idiots.
my cameras.
Well, not you or...
I would have. Last night would have been a good one because, like I said, I woke up at like 1 o'clock from a nightmare,
Sure.
and it would have been a good one. I think I screamed in my dream.
Hi.
Good morning, my friend.
What's happening?
Holy caller, 3430.
No kidding.
Hey,
This is gonna be something we're gonna do from here on out. We're
starting
gonna take
the new year.
Yeah, starting the new year. We're gonna go back to taking calls. Well, we do take calls. Just not asking for them.
Question, please. How does Tanner and Sydney sleep with the TV on? It emits so much light in the bedroom.
Yeah, it really does. I don't know. I feel like I could never do that.
I grew up with it like that.
Oh, my mom.
So
my mom used to do it, and my mom used to do it because she didn't want her thoughts in her head.
That's kind of why I do it too.
If you lay down, then you start thinking and worrying or whatever. So that just blocks it all off or all out. Sydney, why do you do it? Do you not want your thoughts, or do you just want to pretend someone's there with you?
I always fall asleep to a cooking show, and I just listening to the audio of it, and I only play it on my phone, and then
You guys should try NASCAR. You'll be out in seconds.
I did do a dad thing last summer. I fell asleep on the couch to golf.
Yeah.
And I was like, good.
Or you could try doing this show. See how far you get into it.
Oh my God. People use this to sleep. This cures insomnia.
No, because it would be like then 5 seconds later I'd hear Tanner yelling in my ear. And
That's
then I'd be
true.
like, oh my God, I'm late.
That would be so...
Yeah. So people have recorded. They're using this app, and it's on TikTok. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
My boomer ways. And they've recorded, and these are some of the sounds that they've recorded themselves saying or doing at night. Here, let's listen to some of these.
Dad, why doesn't he bug the players? Dad, they don't bug true losers down the pillars doing the true. Oh my God. Lures do not drive opens down the lure dryer aisle.
Boy, I feel like that's almost fake.
Yeah, I thought it was fake.
I don't know. Some people do talk in their sleep.
I've heard talking in your sleep, but it's never been that articulate.
Oh, my stepsister, she talks in her sleep, and it's like articulate.
Like perfect?
Yeah, well,
like a real conversation?
Have you guys ever seen the ones where they killing people in their sleep? I think I've talked to you.
That seems like a cop-out.
Have you ever seen the people that I watched a whole documentary. They're cooking food. They'll go to their fridge like in the sleep and they'll cook and then they don't realize they're cooking.
Yeah, sleepwalking can be super dangerous.
I was a sleepwalker when I was a kid, but it's always when I played really, really a lot that day with a lot of friends and I was overly tired. And that's what happened when that one dude murdered his family.
Yeah, see, I just still don't believe that guy. Sleepwalked and murdered him?
That's what he said. And then the lawyer was like, how can you cook meals and be asleep, but you're saying you can't kill somebody? I always think that, too. Like, when I go to bed, I'm like, oh, my God, is this going to be the day I wake up and then
and
just
murder your
blood,
family?
There's blood everywhere because I was tired? That's scary to me. Anyway.
That's kind of why I don't want Ring cameras, too.
I don't mind one if it's just on the door.
Well, I don't want to
get one in the house.
Well, yeah, that's why. Like,
you just don't want proof of murdering your family?
Yeah, like if I do wake up and murder my family, I want to live in a world where it's a murderer that I didn't know, and they just came in and they spared me.
Oh.
I don't want to watch because imagine you watching yourself murder your family.
No. Makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Let's hear another one of these.
What a movie! Is that a movie already?
Probably.
Farts.
That was farts.
More farts. Holy cow. Oh my God. How many farts?
Why are farts so funny?
They just are.
Why?
I don't know why.
Is it? Why?
I don't know why. But they just are. Just the idea of the cheeks just slapping.
Is that what it is? My daughter, I was reading to her and she rolled over and then she farted on my thigh and I go, Piper. I felt that and she died laughing.
Yeah.
Like for 20 minutes. And then she just she's like, I go pee.
Yeah, my kid doesn't now. She's 3. She doesn't even understand comedy yet, but she still loves farting. Thinks it's the funniest thing in the world. She'll walk up to Sparkles, our elf, and she'll go, Sparkles farted! And she just runs through the house.
Let's hear another one.
I love this.
Again, this is called Prime Sleep Recorder. It's just recording all the sounds. Maybe you'll pick up a ghost. Are we locked up?
I don't know what website you sent me to.
See? Even the stories including this thing has viruses.
There you go. Try that one.
Nope, that's all farts again.
It is?
Yep. It says use the arrow keys. That last one was funny.
My roommate was sleepwalking in Afghanistan, had to make sure the door was locked before he went to bed each night. Also would have conversations with him while he was sleeping.
That's terrifying.
That'd be scary if you woke up and you're just in...
I joined ISIS! Oh, God!
Yeah, right.
What happened?
Is this website all done? It's all right.
Yes, yeah.
I feel like this segment was too.
Pop sugar tech.
No big deal. No big deal. Hey, way up and on a take from Jake and Tanner yesterday. Did Tanner win or lose? How much are we going to play for at 8:10 on your Thursday? Well, we're going to find out next with the Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning. Hey, take your holiday season to the next level at Urban Air Adventure Park in Appleton. Open Monday through Thursday, 4 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 10 to 10, and Sunday, 11 to 6. Pick up your holiday gift cards today. Jake and Tanner Show. Jake, Tanner, Sydney. Morning, guys. I really am going to miss you, too, in these 2 weeks. You guys want to get together?
Pen pal me.
Do what?
Pen pal me.
Yeah, start a letter chain.
I guess you could do that. I remember when I was younger. I remember when I was younger, Michelle McDonald. She was my girlfriend over the summer.
Ooh.
Yeah, we started dating right when school got let out. And we were handwriting notes to each other and would mail them. And it would take like 3 days to get to her, and then she would write one.
Did you see her at all during the summer?
No, we were too young. It was too far.
You dated for 3 months on a pure technicality.
Don't even know if we came. I could still be with her. We should.
Did you not break up with her?
I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, maybe this is why she moved to Arizona and we don't know her.
You should call her.
I don't know her now.
Let's find her on Facebook.
I think we tried finding her. I don't think she has a Facebook. Remember, we called that Noni from my school, and she's like, yeah, she just disappeared like you did.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she gone. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
What was her name again? Yeah,
Michelle McDonald.
No, Noni.
Oh, Noni. That's a pain. That's painful. And I don't think Sid was around at this time, but I had to call 772, which is long distance. She lived in a different market or area than I did. So it was so much a sense when we would talk. So my dad would never let me call. I could never call her because it would be on the phone bill. It would be $6 extra or whatever because we talked for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I never had to do that.
Wait, you guys didn't grow up with that either? No, long distance?
No, but my parents were, well...
What the hell?
I think my parents are pretty early adapters to cell phones.
How did they get off telling me you're going to charge me?
Yeah, does it cost more to go further distance?
That's
I never
weird,
thought about
right?
that.
Wait a minute. So my phone going through the wires.
Yeah.
Because it travels farther, it costs more money a minute. That's weird to me. But how does that work?
I have no idea. I don't even know how voice works. I don't fully understand how me using my vocal cords to vibrate in this certain way to make the sound coming out of my voice going into this device right here. I don't know how that transfers into somebody's car.
That's a weird thing, right? Like this is going...
Scientifically, I don't know how that happens. Same reason, I don't know what wind is.
Well, how do planes fly?
Like, I can somewhat understand that. That's lift and that's... I don't know. Can wind... I had this argument before. Where does wind come from?
Wind comes from the ocean.
Where does the wind start?
From the ocean, I believe. The hot and the cold or whatever, and molecules and...
So am I...
And then Father Wind goes...
See, that's the only thing. Can I just go... Like, if I found the start of wind, could I stand right here... and just be like, okay, it's super windy, and then take one step over, and it's not windy? See? Nobody knows how winds work.
Are planes heavy?
Planes are heavy, yes.
Isn't that bizarre to you?
Planes are very heavy.
It's magic.
Yeah. Do you know how crazy it is to think that in like 60 years, we went from not being able to fly to being on the moon?
Yeah. I get that. Just a couple brothers were just like, you know what? Those birds shouldn't be the only ones to fly. You and I do it.
Yeah. Ooh, look at me. Yeah. Huh. They had a weird anger towards birds.
Yeah,
and that's why they did it. Screw you, pigeon. I'll get you one day.
Look at that blue jay. You're cool because you can fly.
Yeah. I think you're so cool because you got wings.
And now since they did that, their anger towards birds, now they got it monopolized on airplanes and airports. And now they can just beat you. And then you still want to use them. Yep. Because where else are you going to go? You're going to get slapped and beaten. But where else are you going to go?
United Airlines.
We'll flush your hamster.
That they didn't do. I still stand by that. That's not their fault. They said, I don't know, flush it. And the lady was like, I guess that's a direct order. No. United Airlines beat a man half to death in their aisle. And I still would fly on them.
If they're a little cheaper, I'm going to go.
Like, if they just said, we'll give you a checked bag for free, I'd be like, that's a fair deal.
I'd risk it. Hi.
Hi. I was just calling Tanner that with that wind, if wind didn't exist, the Midwest would not be able to describe the weather.
Okay.
Know what I mean? Hey, the weather wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for the wind.
That is true. Oh, yeah, no, I get that.
No, I understand
Thanks,
that
man.
wind sucks. I just don't know where it starts and how it happens. And you know what? It's something I'll
told you.
never understand because I've had multiple people explain to me wind, and I still
Father
don't
Wind.
get it. I said it's the whole. This is my thing. It's like the hole in the ozone layer is like opening up the window on a car. When it gets windy in the car, when you open up the window, there's a hole in our ozone layer, and when it's above us, it's more windy.
No, really, I think it has to do with like ocean, right?
I don't know.
In the atmosphere.
I don't know, Jake.
I really right. Hey Siri, how does wind work?
Thank you.
Okay, I found this on the web for how does wind work. Thank you. Check it out.
This is turbines.
Yeah, see?
Nobody tells you. It's a big secret. Somebody said, ask your wind is air in motion.
Yeah, I get that. Where does it start?
Where does wind start? Yeah, that's a good.
Where does wind start? People have explained it to me, and it doesn't make sense to me.
I have this book at home. I actually
have a book on wind?
I got a bunch of books at home, like for kids, that you can read to your kids or as you're an adult because you don't understand it. I think it actually, the title is How Does Wind Work?
I just feel like, I don't know.
Energy that drives wind originates with the sun, which heats the earth unevenly, creating warm spots and cool spots.
Okay, so why is there wind at night?
Two simple examples of this are sea breezes and land breezes. Sea breezes occur when inland areas heat up on a sunny afternoon. Well, makes sense.
Does it?
Now I'm more confused than when we began. I'm going to be honest.
I feel like I'm the flat earthers on that documentary I watched, when it was just a bunch of scientists trying to explain to flat earthers that the earth is round, and they were just getting mad and yelling at the scientists, and then the scientists were getting mad and yelling at the flat earthers, and nobody changed their mind. It was a useless, probably 3 hours of all 6 of their lives.
Which, by the way, was there a reality show of this, or was this somebody's idea? They wanted a camera crew to follow around a bunch of flat earthers, and they're looking for the end of the earth.
I don't know, but verbal trademark, that's a Jake and Tanner production.
Doesn't that sound amazing?
I just want to know, and one guy asked the question in that thing that I watched, and where it was just like, why? Why would we be lying? Why is hundreds of thousands of people and scientists all hopping on this same lie that the earth is flat?
I really want to be just as happy as this texter. It's the little things. I love when wind is so strong that it makes someone's umbrella go inside out. It's the best. Why can't I be that happy?
It does, especially if you're having a bad day.
I just want that.
If you're having a bad day and you watch that happen to somebody, that would feel satisfying. Like, it's not only me today. God's peeing on a couple people.
Hey, take from Jake and Tanner. Did you win or did you lose yesterday? How much are we going to play for today? Your Thursday edition when we play at 8:10. Let's find out right now. Let's get your contestant here. Hi, who's this? Your opponent.
Is that good?
Hi, Isaiah.
What's up, Isaiah?
What's up, dog?
Hello.
How are you?
Hi.
Hey, can you go get my question, Sid?
Yeah.
Hey, can you hear us?
I can.
Can you hear us? Hello?
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Hello.
Isaiah.
Hello.
Guess not. Hi, who's this? Hello. Oh my God. Hi. Everybody's scared today.
Yeah.
Hi, who's this? No, that's for real.
What is happening?
866-916-0959. If you'd like to play. $60 up for grabs. I have not even read these questions yet.
Yay.
Hi, what's your name?
Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Steve.
I like Steve. Steve, you want to play?
Yes.
I feel bad for Isaiah, but couldn't hear him.
So, Steve, 5 questions. Remember, if you get stuck, you can pass. Time willing, we're going to get back to that question. Steven. Tanner's going to be out of the room. He's going to come back into the room, and he's going to get asked the same questions. If he wins, $80 tomorrow when we play. Big thanks to Prospera Credit Union, Life Stage Personal Guidance. If you win, you're getting $60 today.
Okay.
You got it great?
Yep.
Tanner, you got to get out of here.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know. No need to be so aggressive about it.
What number is this?
16.
Is it? You act like I know Roman numerals.
I don't know. I know the person, so that's the only reason why I know. Hey,
Yeah.
remember when we were into castles for that one Friday?
Yeah, that was fun.
That one is his, the big one.
Oh, it is? Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Timer will begin in 3, 2, 1. In the standard Monopoly game, how much money do you collect for finishing second in a beauty contest?
Pass.
Which type of nut is used to make Nutella?
Pass.
How many fingers does Mickey Mouse have?
No. Or?
Who was the wife of Louis the 16th? How is anybody going to know? What famous animal character called Skull Island home?
Do you need that?
Yeah, what famous animal character called Skull Island home?
King Kong?
In a standard Monopoly game, how much money do you collect for finishing second in a beauty contest?
100.
Which type of nut is used to make Nutella?
Peanut.
Tanner! How do you feel about that, Steven?
Pass.
All right, man. Hang on really quick. We're going to find out together after Tanner's done hanging. Ready?
Forgot to pee.
Did you get another cookie?
I did.
Yeah.
Well, I got the pretzel things.
There we go. Your timer begins in 3, 2, 1. In the standard Monopoly game, how much money do you collect for finishing second in a beauty contest?
Pass.
Which type of nut is used to make Nutella?
Hazelnut.
How many fingers does Mickey Mouse have?
4. Wait, on one hand or both hands?
How many fingers does Mickey Mouse have?
8.
Who was the wife of Louis the 16th?
Marie Antoinette? That seems like a name, right?
What famous animal character called Skull Island home?
Oh, King Kong.
In the standard Monopoly game, how much money do you collect for finishing second in a beauty contest?
I think $50 is first. $10.
It looks good. Let's bring Steven back. Hi, Steven.
Hey.
If I didn't know Tanner, I would have thought he cheated.
Steven?
No, you.
Oh. For what?
For one of them that I actually looked at Sydney and I go, who would know that?
Oh, I just played Monopoly recently.
Not
Are you
that
talking
one.
about the Monopoly? Oh,
No.
really?
Yeah.
Or the Marie Antoinette?
Yeah.
Is that it? Because that just seems like a name that's... I know that's a famous woman.
Also, I think that's a very common answer. Like a very good trivia question that most people would know.
Obviously, Steven didn't, or me.
Okay.
So that's 0-0.
He had the
Hopefully.
whole diamond. Why don't you...
Did you know that?
I have no idea. Like I said, I have no idea who Louis the 16th is. I know that there is a woman called Marie Antoinette, and I don't know why she's famous. Was she married to Louis? I didn't know for sure.
She was the wife
beheaded.
of
They
Louis.
both were.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Good history lesson.
There we go. That was a good history lesson. The more you know. In a standard game of Monopoly, how much money do you collect for finishing second in the beauty contest? Steven, I always want to call him Stu. Steven, he said pass, and he came back and said 100.
That's too much.
Yeah, Tanner said pass, and he came back and said 10. 10 is correct.
Hell yeah. $50 is for first.
Which type of nut is used to make Nutella? He said pass, then he came back and said peanut.
No, that's peanut butter.
Tanner said hazelnut. Hazelnut is correct. Oh, then you got that one right.
Marie Antoinette.
Marie Antoinette that you cheated on.
I didn't cheat on that.
What famous animal character called Skull Island home? Well, you both... Did I go through all of these? Oh, no. You both said King Kong. You both got that correct. 4-1. Hang in there, Steven. You may get it on this one. Maybe.
One more question.
How many fingers does Mickey Mouse have? Steven said 4. Tanner said 8. 8 is correct. There you go, Steven. 5-1. Steven, what were you saying?
I thought it was one hand.
Oh, I don't know. It's a trick question.
I guess.
Okay.
All right, Steven. Thank you. There you go. $80 today when we play at 8:10, I believe. Right? Yeah, sure.
Sure thing.
Yeah, we're going to do that at 8:10 with another... Did I already say that? I'm all kinds of confused today. It's like I can have a conversation with everybody off the mic, but then right when this microphone gets in front of me, I get all marble-mouthed and weird, and I'm trying to think of what to say, and I'm hearing what I'm saying.
Yeah, because off mic you have a British accent.
Yeah, it's weird, and I lose it. It's kind of like Adele when Adele sings.
Yes.
You can't tell. Or George Clooney.
George Clooney?
Nah, I don't know.
Oh, who knows?
Yeah, hey, take your holiday season to the next level at Urban Air Adventure Park. Or how about House? When people found out House was a Brit,
I still don't accept that.
Yeah. Anyway, take your holiday season to the next level at Urban Air Adventure Park in Appleton. Open Monday through Thursday, 4 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 10 to 10, and Sunday, 11 to 6. Pick up your holiday gift cards today. More Jake and Tanner Show next. Jake, Tanner, Sydney. A lot of people think I say Sydney or Cindy.
I think sometimes we all do.
I do. I think I actually do say it every once in a while. Hey, 866-916-0959. Keyword Pest Control text line 71090. Son. Hi, my name's Jake. I'm one of the hosts of the show. And I was taking a little test on figuring out what my life purpose was. and we could do it all together. This could be kind of fun if you guys want to figure out what your life purpose is. And then you're supposed to focus everything on that and try to figure out like a way you can make money doing exactly your life purpose. That's what you think.
If that's not my life purpose, I've been wasting a whole lot of time.
Yeah, let's circle back to that really quick because I think that might be fun of what I've learned. Tanner.
Hi, my name's Tanner. I'm the other host of the show. I have to put together a guest room tonight.
Ah, crap. Who's coming over?
Nobody, but we have a room in our basement it's a room.
Is it
has a
there's
door.
a window?
It has a window.
How big?
But it's not an egress window, so it cannot be considered as...
I will...
No, it's not illegal.
Talk about that.
It's just not... I can't consider it
Is it a
livable
computer
space.
room? Who's sleeping down there, Nana?
Don't know yet. But we're throwing our old queen-size bed in there, so I got to take it out. And we've got a bunch of like drop-down tile.
Nice. That's what you're going to be doing over the couple weeks that we have off? Or are you doing that all today?
Today. Because while we're doing it while our kid isn't there, because she's going to do... My wife works in the morning tomorrow, so she's gone, and there's like, asbestos and rat poop that's going to rain from the ceiling, so...
I get that. I got to paint cupboards over the break.
I'm telling you. Primer, spray paint.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we did ours, and it has actually turned out really well.
How long I'm taking on this, Brown's going to be back. And then we're going to have to redo everything.
For sure. Have you done your trim yet?
Yeah. Trim's done. Except upstairs. We got to wait till we get new carpet, then we're going to be doing that. Oh, it's just I don't want to talk about it. Sid, hi.
It sucks so much.
Hi, my name is Sydney. Yesterday I was so tired that I thought I was going to cry, and my tears actually started welling up in my eyeballs, but I said they will not flow.
Wait, is that are you being completely honest you were actually...
I was that tired. I thought I was going to pass out.
I have never
for a second
been that tired where I would cry.
Oh.
No, you sound weak.
I was so weak.
I mean, like...
I never did that.
I've stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning and came and done the morning show, but I mean, I was drinking, but...
Well, she's mentally drained from the show.
Yeah.
And then she goes there and has to deal with people all day. That would be different. I was thinking about that because I've had 2 jobs in this career at once. You have too.
Yep.
And one of those jobs never really consisted of that many people because I was overnights at a hotel. That was scary. It was, man. A lot. I remember one guy came up to me and... This isn't a scary incident, but one of the incidents I remember, he's like, take off that ring right when you get here. And he takes off his wedding ring, and his buddy did the same thing. It looked like we singled at night because they were hunting, and they leave to go hunting in Petoskey.
You're single at the Hotel Marriott?
Well, he was trying to I guess they were teaching. And then another guy came in, and he was so distraught, and he was just griping at his wife on the phone.
Yeah.
And then he's like, how old are you? And I'm like, I don't know, 26 or what. I don't know exactly how old I was at that time. And then he goes, well, never get married. It has ruined my life. And then for 10 minutes, he talked about how it ruined his life.
Did you ask him, did you get married because she got pregnant?
No, I never. I just was like, Yeah, he needed to release whatever he had to release.
Yeah.
But I've never been there, Sid. I've never cried like that because you were tired. My husband cries like that every night. And he gets 10 hours of sleep daily. Suck it up, Buttercup. I get 4 per day and rock the day.
Wait a minute.
Boom! 40-33. I like you.
Cries every night.
He probably whines.
Do you yell at him?
Yeah, why is he so weak-willed?
I was trying to figure, I was finding my life purpose yesterday. And so what you're supposed to do, and this is kind of hard to do.
Okay.
Is figure out 2 qualities that are unique about you. Okay? And I had to ask my wife this because, it's weird to say that about yourself.
Yeah.
I can name them about my wife. I don't know if my wife would name them about herself. But my wife stated, and I want to do this for you too, and you said, write them down. My wife said, you're, crap. What did she say? The unique characteristics
She didn't say you were a good listener.
No, not at all. What's that? Your curiosity.
Yeah.
And how open you are unique characteristics about you.
That is true.
And I agree with that.
Yeah. And I learned a lot of curiosity from you because I used to never ask people why, and now I catch myself in not radio, in like not
Just
in a
life?
radio, yeah, in just in regular life, I will ask people why.
Yeah, I'm
and
always doing it.
I will dig into it in an almost inappropriate amount of way.
Yeah, I love trying to. Why does your brain tick that way? Why does somebody? Why did somebody decide to do what they just did? Why are you doing that? Like why does that intrigue you, or why did you make that decision?
Like I was talking to somebody who had herpes, and they had this whole conversation about something crazy that happened. And the first thing I asked is, how does the herpes conversation even start?
Yeah, how does that begin?
How do you start?
Wait, was this a relationship? Like
it was like they were talking in a way like that.
Oh, they're not dating.
They're not dating,
okay,
but they were talking in a way of like getting to know each other,
Sure.
that sense of before. And they said that the other person had herpes, and I was like, how do you even? I don't know if I would ever have the confidence to tell somebody I have herpes. I think if I got herpes, I'm just going to die alone.
I told you, got to make them fall in love with you first. It is not bad.
That is so borderline illegal.
No, it's not low because we didn't do anything. I'm saying like if 6
That's
months
why I
we
said
don't do
borderline.
anything. Right. We don't do anything. And then
But
me and you
why?
are going on a date because you got to get to know me because all you're going to see is one big herp on my neck if you don't. But once you get to know my personality and you fall in love with me, we're at dinner. And then, by the way,
I'm bumpy down there.
I'm a little bumpy.
Yeah.
Well, I think herpes like comes and goes. If you have an outbreak, then it's contagious. If you don't have an outbreak, then it's not.
That is a false statement.
Oh,
You can catch
Oh,
herpes if it's not inflared.
Oh my God, I thought the same thing that she did.
Yes, I know somebody who has herpes, and that's what they told me.
That if it's not flared up, that you're fine?
I always heard, like, do not let somebody with herpes trick you. You can catch herpes if they don't have a flare-up.
What? That is just the grossest STD name to have, dude.
Herpes? Yeah.
Herpes.
Why couldn't it be called, like, sparkles?
Now, they have an STD dating site.
See, that, you still know. I don't know.
Even on Grindr, you have to put your STDs.
Can you get can your flare-up sync? Like menstruations?
Sync, what do you mean?
Like if you're dating somebody with herpes,
okay.
can your flare-up sync like women working together and their periods sync?
Oh, I thought you meant sink like sink down. No, you're talking about like
pool?
sink up.
Like when you lay back in a bathtub and it floats to the top. And
no,
now it's a sinker?
I don't think so. I know bears can smell them, low herpes.
No,
but
that's menstruation.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I'm getting all kinds of confused.
Can you catch?
Now I don't know what herpes are.
Yeah, see? Yes. Even when there are no sores present, the herpes virus is still active in the body and can spread to others. If you or your partner has herpes, reduce the risk by spread by using a condom every single time.
Can I ask? Let me ask the text line something. Go ahead.
It's 7.
It's what is?
Oh, it's 7 o'clock. We're just cooling it down with the herpes talk.
Good call.
Good
let me just ask this, Lo.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right,
And
Sid.
then we'll drop it.
Man, that's a good producer, but a lot of times we won't listen to you. But that was a great.
Yes,
it's a good thing. I want to ask this on the text line, or yeah,
let's just call it the bump.
Yeah, the bump. That's good. Would you be mad?
Okay.
If this guy you were dating for 6 months or a year, you never do anything.
Yeah, but why? Are you saying that you're a hardcore Christian? Like there has to be a reason why you're not doing anything.
Well, I don't know. Like Sid wouldn't be doing anything.
Yeah, anything?
I am.
Well, I mean, okay. No, I see what you're saying, but it's like, yeah. I don't know.
Like you almost have to now come up with another lie.
Well,
like I'm super Christian and I'm waiting till marriage.
Okay.
My New Year's resolution.
Right, something like that. So if you're 6 months goes by,
okay,
or whatever, and this woman or you as a woman fall madly, deeply in love with this guy.
Okay.
It's like this is the guy you're telling your mom and everything.
Yeah. He's a good guy. He calls his mom every day.
Yeah,
He's
really
good
like
to his friends.
Has a dog.
Yep, has a dog.
Jeep
it's
Wrangler.
A puppy. Yep.
Great teeth.
Yep.
Tall, dark, and handsome.
Yep.
Kind of looks like Michael B. Jordan. Ha! Damn it, this is my fantasy. Anyway, so you and then all of a sudden he's like, by the way, I got the bump.
Yeah, I got bumped.
Would you be mad that he didn't tell you in the beginning, and then you fell? Because my thing is, maybe if he would have told you right away the bump, you would have never fell in love with the guy, and you could miss out on a life of awesomeness because that's all you would think. See, that's the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah, but then that has to go in your head. He hid that from me for so long. What else could he possibly be hiding?
Do you look at it as more he's manipulative?
Yeah, because it's not that you've started on a lie, you've just started on a false foundation.
My God, what a fun word, manipulative. Say that.
Manipulative.
Fun. Bump or not. Oh, wait a minute. Oh God. It sounds like a Hallmark movie.
It does.
Yeah.
It could be.
Anyway.
Lori Loughlin, when she gets out of jail, that's the only one she's going to have.
All right, hold on. Let me go back to...
The Bumpy Holiday.
Guys,
and they can pair it with a Christmas movie.
Here, you guys got paper over
Christmas
there?
is a cure.
All right, write down. We're going to write down. You can do this, by the way, yourself, too, in the car. So figure out 2 unique qualities about yourself. We can help each other out here. Now, mine was curiosity and openness. Tanner, yours has got to be funny, man.
Yeah, I'll just write humor.
I would do humor. Creative. That's good, right? That's a unique thing.
Yeah, I'll take it. Makes my list done. Not very creative on this list.
That's good. Now, Sydney, what is yours?
Butt problem.
Yeah.
That was a weird yeah. What would be a unique quality that Sid has? By the way, help us out on the text line on this 71090.
Just
laid back.
I guess, is that a...
Okay.
Yeah, because that would be
chill. Is that what
relaxed.
the kids call it?
What's another one?
Go with the flow.
A follower.
A follower.
A crier.
A crier.
Not a crier. It's got to be good qualities.
Emotional.
No, it's got to be good qualities. Now you have I would definitely say laid back, but there's a better word probably for that. Relaxed.
I think chill.
Yeah. The
ability to come up with facts.
Okay, the Hawaiian roll thing was true, guys.
Intelligence. You're pretty smart. Manipulative. Smart. Because I don't know what's true or not when you give me your facts.
Yeah. Sydney facts are different.
Somebody said Sydney's open-minded. Sydney, easygoing. That would be a nice one. Easygoing.
There it is.
Quiet. No, more quality facts. If you know Sid, 71090. Give us some nice qualities about her. And we'll use one of those. But I would definitely do...
laid back.
Easygoing, laid back.
Easygoing.
More even-tempered. That's a good one. Easygoing. Somebody said squinty. Yeah, okay. And then what you're supposed to do with these 2 qualities is write down how you express these. What do you do to express these around like a group of people?
Not doing it now.
Right. I can't remember what I said, but I didn't put my job into it. Wow. Skip that one. Then what you're supposed to do is write down what the perfect world looks like. This is, by the way, how you're supposed to find a
statue of me in the center. People worship it as a god.
Oh, someone wrote carefree. That's a really good one. Carefree.
Somebody wrote something that threw me off, and they said, "This isn't a unique quality, but I'm 34 and I've never eaten ketchup, mustard, or mayo, not even once."
That is a quality.
That's a
quality. You're a weirdo.
I don't know what to do with that information, but I have it.
I plan on telling my kids that sauces don't exist, so that will... Just kidding, I'm never having kids. But
you might.
What is the benefit of telling them that sauces don't exist?
They just don't become dirty.
They're gonna get dirty.
Saucy.
Kids are just sticky sometimes. I think it comes out of their skin that way.
So again, this is finding out your life purpose. And so you write down how you feel like the perfect world, where it'd be like, in this world, everyone is happy. Everyone is, carefree. Everyone is smiling. Whatever it may be. What are your 2 qualities? What are the 2 ways You love expressing those qualities. And what would the world look like if it were perfect right now? Okay? For somebody's wife, it could be like authenticity and spontaneity, for the qualifications. Or, qualities. If you're confused on those. What the world would look like if it was perfect right now. Everyone was living their highest vision of their most fulfilling life. Whatever.
We can't do that.
Well, listen, hold on. And then you're supposed to combine your answers. Once you have answers to all these questions, you combine them into a single statement. So when you put all three of yours together, it would be like my life purpose ends up being to inspire and empower people to live their highest visions in the context of love and joy. Does it make sense? And then you're supposed to focus all of your energy on that and find a career that does that for you. And mine, with curiosity and open and being very open, mine came down to you want to live a life where your curiosity and open-mindedness or whatever helps people live a stress-free and a life filled with laughter or something like that. And then you're, again, supposed to find jobs that correspond with that. You're supposed to be, and then tunnel vision on those. And I went, okay, well, I'm kind of doing that. This is one of the avenues or platforms that I'm using to do that.
Yes.
So I felt really good about that when I was like, okay, I am living my life purpose here. But there's different avenues. It could just not be radio. It could be numerous things. What is yours, Tanner?
Mine is...
what was your qualities?
Humor and creative.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to do them, what does it say? I wrote down to make people laugh.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a thing?
Yeah, you're supposed to. Well, you're supposed to create a perfect world.
Oh,
and then you
world?
Combine all of those.
So this is what I had written down: humor, creative, making people laugh, and then people. My perfect world are people not using their emotions to make decisions and make more logical ones.
Okay, and it's such a Tanner answer. So now you're supposed to combine all those together into one sentence.
So I want to
my purpose of my life is to use humor
and creativity to make people laugh, so they make decisions based on logic than emotion.
Right. And now, so you're supposed to take
I'm
that.
supposed to be the cool high school teacher? Damn it!
Yeah, you're the science teacher.
Dang it.
Yeah, but again, if you do this, if you take those two, what are two unique qualities?
Yeah.
What do you use to express that? And then create the perfect world and then combine it all into one sentence. There is supposed to find your life purpose if you are looking for it. That's just one of these tests you could do. Mm-hmm. And then find a job that corresponds with that. And again, it could be mine. It's not just radio. I mean, it could be anything. It could be a lot of different things.
Truck driver.
Right. On the CP.
You're curious on where roads would take you.
Mm-hmm.
And what was your other one? Curiosity
and open. Like I'm very
open to taking new roads.
Yeah. Yeah, you could really do that.
It's less stress to just take the new roads.
I'm just saying. If you're wondering what you should do with your life, that's a really cool way to do it. And it kind of focuses on certain things. What was your qualities again? Did you even do this?
I have easygoing.
That's just what you wrote down?
That's what I have.
What is your perfect world?
Yeah. Everybody has Culvers all the time. Everybody only eats cheese curds.
Really honest. What is your perfect world? And we'll combine it.
Those crazy crinkles.
Do you need two qualities?
Sure, just do whatever. We'll add your other one, what we think it is. So what is your perfect world? People happy, stress-free, or do you like people sad and angry?
Sad and angry is fun.
That's what my dad would pick.
Everybody is happy and nobody is hungry.
Okay, so your purpose in life is to use your easy goingness to make people full.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Culvers!
I said everybody had Culvers!
It's Culvers!
It's Culvers!
Oh! It's wonderful. You know what I'm going to do? I did a really a really bad way of explaining this to get to the point. I'm going to go, Sid, I'm going to send this to you. You can put it on the Facebook. It is how to discover your true life purpose. And when you find it out, just think about jobs, how you can get paid doing that statement you write at the end.
Yeah.
if you need some help. I'm so glad mine wasn't different than like if I didn't have, I could fit that into radio. Because I've given so much to this. Yeah, and then I'm just quitting and going to work where? As like a motivational speaker? You're going to be a truck driver?
Okay, think about this. Now, I don't want you to quit and become a truck driver, right? But imagine if you became a motivational truck driver. And you were like a legend, right? And it'd be like, every now and then, if you tune to channel 43, you'll hear a man from the handle...
Blackhawk.
Short guy, fake hair, and he'll tell you about your life and talk to you and you're just monologuing until people can't hear you, but you're constantly monologuing and you're almost like a ghost. Nobody knows exactly what truck it comes from, but like it
can I whisper? I want to be Candy Cane.
Wait, that's your new name?
Candy Cane, and I whisper.
Here comes Candy Cane, and you're very soft spoken. You're just like, if you're not doing exactly what you love. Like Matthew McConaughey. That's what I'm picturing. If Matthew McConaughey was a truck driver, he would be like this. Yeah.
How do you think I washed the windows?
Sometimes I-95 is closed, but that doesn't matter because Highway 32 is right around the corner. And sometimes Highway 32 can bring you a lot of joy.
Could you imagine if I took this yesterday? I took this life purpose test.
Yeah.
And I come in here and I'm like, I got to quit.
Oh, my
Apparently
God.
It does not fit into radio.
And it's like a pet store person.
I'm working at a pet store.
But that's the thing. That's what sucks.
I'm not kidding. I was scared. Oh, sorry. But I was scared to take this because I didn't want it not to fit. I didn't want to be able to not fit that into radio. And so I didn't want to take that test because that's scary to me. Because how many years have we given to this? And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, this doesn't feel, now I'm not doing what I feel like I should be doing or if I'm having fun doing it. You know what I mean? You start questioning it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, God, all right. Thank God.
The downside of everybody doing exactly what they love to do is that nobody would choose the jobs that we have to have.
Yeah, you mean, I get that.
Does that make sense? Like, if everybody grew up to do exactly what they wanted to do, we'd have so many actors and nobody making cars.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know. It's weird to say, but there has to be people that don't achieve their dreams.
There has to be poor people.
There just has to be.
How would 7-Elevens run?
Yeah. Like, if everybody achieved their dreams, the world would be chaos. Some people just have to live to be disappointed.
I don't want to change my oil.
Like, that sucks. But if you think about it, you tell a kid they can do anything they want, but some kids just aren't going to do that.
I said that some people have to be poor. They have to have those jobs.
Yeah.
Not everybody can live the secret and law of attractions, get everything they want, or this world would not go round and round.
No, how many astronauts can we have? If you had to take the first job that you said you were going to be as a kid, what would you be right now?
Snowman.
Dang it.
That's what it was.
What a weird... You know what? I bet you would have killed it, too.
Thank you.
Every winter, you cover yourself in snow, and then people drive by and be like, you know, there's a man in there. And be like, shut the hell up. No, there isn't. And then somebody knocks you over once, and you're like, God dang it! And then you have to start building it up around your legs again. And you're just like, oh, no.
All right.
But yeah, I'd be the president. I remember I said that, and then I remember... But it was all money-based.
Yeah.
Because I told my dad, I was like, I'd like to be the president. I was like, because I want to be super rich. And my dad being, you know, the logical person that my dad is, and instead of telling a 4-year-old, like, yeah, you could be that, he's like, you know, presidents don't make that much money, right? You got to do something else.
Well, they make all right.
Yeah, I think their yearly salary is like $400 and some $1,000. I can't remember, but it's not like if you're the president, you're the richest man in the country.
Hey, yeah, I know. When you're a kid, you think that too.
Yeah, because it's just like you're most powerful, so you want the monies.
Somebody said a good thing to do is to find your strengths would be the Strength Finder online. Out of 34 qualities, it gives you your top 5. It's super interesting.
Can we do it?
I think we should.
Yeah.
Hey, take your holiday season to the next level at Urban Air Adventure Park in Appleton. Open Monday through Thursday, 4 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 10 to 10, and Sunday, 11 to 6. Pick up your holiday gift cards today. Did you understand? I feel like that was really confusing on the way I was, because I didn't know I was going to talk about the life purpose, and I should have probably waited to probably organize it in my head. Or did you kind of understand
No, I understood it. You find your qualities, you find...
And then you make it down to that one sentence. And we put it up. It's on our Facebook right now. If you are having trouble with your life purpose, it's up there right now. You can take a test. It is the Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning. Hey, it's the Jake and Tanner Show. Jake, Tanner, Sydney. I got sad yesterday because I have things here, a list of things that you can get away with if you are pretty.
Being creepy.
Let me see if that's on the list. Let me find this. I guarantee that made the list.
It has to be.
By the way, 71090 or 866-916-0959 if you have any, what are things that only pretty people can get away with? Number one here, I don't think there's any order here, but I'm just going to, being an a-hole.
Yep.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah. Because
Sid, do you agree with that? Pretty people can be jerks and it's okay?
I think it catches up with them eventually.
Yeah, because their looks go away.
So years down the road?
Yeah, years down the road, a pretty person can't still be an a-hole when they age.
Well, you can't. I think you can't be an a-hole to that person multiple times. You can't continue to do.
I don't think you're in the mindset of a moderately attractive man talking to a very attractive woman. She can be such a
she could be mean and you put up with it. Yeah, that's true. Hi, who is this?
This is Clay.
Hi, what's up, man?
So, if you're pretty, I guess you can get away with being farting in public.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Farting in public?
I mean, you don't. It's still gross, but you get a pass.
No. It's
Thanks,
not only
man.
that. It's because you don't think the pretty person did it. You
Yeah,
always
that's
find
true.
the fat guy.
You're like,
if two people, if Jake and I are sitting in a place and it smells like fart, it's immediately me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who did it.
Stalking. It's
Once
only
again.
called stalking when you're ugly. If you're beautiful, it's being persistent.
I said
God.
I wanted to do this. I wanted to write a script for two guys. It's the exact same script. One of them is a very handsome man, and the other one is a very ugly man.
Yeah.
I want them to say the exact same pickup lines to women and see who can get more numbers. Because I think a pretty guy can say, "Man, I would love to follow you home and watch you through the window." And girls would
there's
be
no
like,
doubt.
"Oh my God, yours is so weird." But if somebody else said it, if somebody that's a 5 or under says that, they're calling the cops.
I have next, after we go through some of these, there's a story of a woman that went from ugly to pretty, and she's got some really great examples of how awful the world is. Saying you're ugly. If you're actually ugly, you just end up making everyone uncomfortable.
That's true. That's true. I think that was one of the saddest things.
Not only are you ugly, you just made everyone else
I think it was one
feel
of the
weird.
saddest things that I ever did once is when I called myself fat and nobody disagreed with me. Because I used to be able to do it and be like, "Oh, God, I feel fat today." And people would just be like, "You're not fat, look at you." Now they're just like, "Well, maybe you shouldn't have 6 pizzas in a row."
Being quiet or introverted. If you're attractive, you're cute, sweet, reserved. If you're ugly, then you're just creepy and you got no life.
That's true.
Making a lot of eye contact or smiling at a stranger. That if you're ugly, it's creepy. If you're pretty, it's like, it's okay.
Yeah, because then it's like, "Oh my God, they're into me." But if they're ugly, it's, "Oh no, they're into me." They're going to use a melon baller to take my eyes out.
Being polite to the opposite sex. Weirdly, they say being polite, generally a very polite and friendly person, but when I was a fat man, I would constantly go out of their way to make sure I knew that they had no interest, even though I hadn't given a hint at being interested and was already in a relationship. Now that I've lost weight, everyone's a lot nicer. Having a crappy personality.
Yep.
Good-looking people get away with having crap personalities.
I think it's because you didn't grow up and build a personality, because your personality was only, like, people were only nice to you and you never really felt true rejection.
Yeah.
So you didn't
I'm gonna
have
be
any
honest.
self-loathing time to build a real personality.
If you're pretty and you're very good looking, I believe, and the life's easier.
It is. It's 100% easier.
Sending nudes, somebody said in the text line, when you're pretty, it's like a gift from the gods to receive it. When you're ugly, it's unwanted.
That is true.
Ugh.
Like if beautiful Nick sent me a D pic, I'd be like, "Man, that's nice." But if like a different person who's not beautiful Nick sent me a D
Say a
pic,
name. That's fun. How about Joe?
if Joe sent me
I'm kidding. I love
I'd
Joe.
immediately scream, "Why is it on fire?"
Put it out. Don't spit on it. 7 o'clock hour, Sydney. You're supposed to say that.
Yeah, what the hell?
Cheating. It said not a popular opinion, but from watching drama within my friend group, average guy cheats, girl dumps him, and never thinks about his sorry butt again. Hot guy cheats, girl says it's over, but it's dating him again within a month. This one's sending nudes. Being dumb. If you're pretty, you can be dumb.
Oh, no, there was a girl in my school that everybody thought was really, really pretty, but then she started talking. We were all like, "God, she's not as pretty anymore, is she?" So I think there's a level to it. I think there's a level of stupid that you're allowed to be before that outweighs the prettiness.
Posting selfies all the time. Man, I don't know. I find that annoying, but that's not my age group.
Yeah. Mine, I don't know. I don't think it's mine either.
And this is what Sydney does.
Yeah.
That's your selfie.
See, there's a difference because I think I think there's a negative. I think there's a negative to being pretty there. Because I think when you're pretty and you post a selfie, people look at you and say, wow, you're conceited. But I think if an ugly person does it, people will say they're brave.
I agree with that.
Man, I don't know. I just see a lot of pretty people doing it all the time. I mean, look at TikTok. I mean, all they're doing is taking videos of themselves as pretty women.
That is true.
And they get tons of likes.
That is true. But if you had well, Olive, she's not horrible looking, but we hate her. Man, we just hate her for who she is.
But I also think it's just the young generation. The younger generation just constantly take, like Jen, Colton's wife used to. I don't know if she's still. She takes photos of herself constantly.
I think I still find that weird.
Well, and it's just it's because I think you grow up doing that. I don't even know where we're at on that. Really, to be honest, asking for favors, being stupid made the list. Only pretty people can be. It's okay if you're a good-looking nerd, but if you're an ugly nerd, you're just a nerd.
Yep. Yeah, but ugly weird people say things like "after you, m'lady," and other weird things.
Like, thank you, darling. That's a thing I say.
Yeah, but that's not a weird. Okay, Jake says thank you, darling, and people kind of brush it off. But I swear, except for that one lady who said that's only for my husband to grow me.
Yeah, she really did. It made me feel awful.
But once again, if I go up to a pretty person and say thanks, darling, they dial 9-1 on their phone and they wait to hit the other one.
I can't say it at all where my age is now. Because I feel like everybody's younger than me, and it sounds weird if you go, "Thank you, darling," to someone that's a young 20-year-old that's working at Menards.
I don't think you should feel that way with the word "darling." But if you start saying "sweetie,"
thanks, sweetie.
Well, you call her "sweetie," and I find that weird. Yeah, that's weird. Like Caleb, weird. Blowing kisses at all ever is weird.
Crime. You can be a criminal. And look at that one dude.
Yeah,
he's a modeling career now.
Yeah, he beat his girlfriend and spent 6 years in jail, but his mugshot went viral, and now he's a model for J. Crew.
Isn't that a few country singers too?
That beat their wife?
Yeah, Randy. What was his name?
Oh yeah.
Either way, he tried to smother his wife with a pillow. That was a hard.
Man, I don't want to go down that lane. That makes me mad. Knowing that all these people did like Jay-Z killed somebody, and he's one of the richest people on the planet right now.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg
took somebody's eyeball out.
Yeah.
There was a study done, and if you are a good-looking criminal, judges will go less harsh on the sentence.
Darn right.
Than if you're an uggo.
Ted Bundy still got the chair.
Did Ted Bundy do it?
Yeah, but Ted Bundy had to kill 30 plus people before he got the chair.
I really did. I was watching that movie going, please don't do it. Even though I knew that he did it, I didn't want him to do it.
I was watching the legit confession tapes, not the Zac Efron one where Zac Efron's obviously super pretty, when it was really Bundy. And
you're like, he couldn't have done it.
And I still was like, he'll get out of this. He is so charismatic. What a nice man that is.
Did you see when he was looking at the camera and just smiling? And I mean, how does somebody have... That's a psychopath, because he had so much confidence that he could beat the court system. That he is smarter than everyone in that room. That is crazy to have that kind of confidence. But that's because you're a psychopath and there's a part of your brain that...
And he's so smart, too.
Yeah, he was really intelligent.
He was jumping off the top bunk of his cell every day, multiple times a day, to strengthen his legs up because he knew
he was going to escape.
That he was going to jump out the second story window at the library. And that's amazing because he knew that he was so charismatic, and he made everybody believe that he was innocent, that the guards would leave him alone.
Let me do this. I want to finish. I got a few more of these of things that you can only do if you're pretty, along with a story of this woman who went ugly to beautiful, and she talks about how the world is. And it goes right along with that Dustin Hoffman video that is so awesome. Which, by the way, if you're younger than 43, Dustin Hoffman was an actor. We'll talk about it next. You are listening to The Jake and Tanner Show.
Okay, let's just talk about it. We're too passionate to not to.
I don't know.
We can censor ourselves
it sounds
enough.
really, really bad.
No, we
I
can
think
censor ourselves enough.
Bad, and I really do. I think it'll make us look like jerks.
Yeah, probably.
So wait a minute. I want to Jake Tanner, Sydney. Let's just go through a couple of these. You get away with if you're pretty. Being weird was on the list. Winking seductively made the list. Only pretty people can get away with that. What? That is weird.
Yeah, because I feel like if a pretty person winks at you, it's a flirt. But if an ugly person winks at you, it's, I don't know, they want your bone marrow?
Compliments should be on here. We already read that one.
It's just anything creepy pretty people can do.
Being
and
lazy.
uggos can't.
And I forgot to pee in that last little part, and I gotta go so bad. Sexual assault. What? Let's just say I'm not seeing this listed, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Pretty people, when someone who's attractive goes way too far, it's frequently taken as a compliment, laughed off, or just spoken of, or not spoken of again. If you take issue with it and tell someone, a hell of a lot less likely to believe you.
Yeah.
If an ugly person grabs your crotch,
well,
it doesn't take. It's sexual assault, and nobody questions you, and everyone immediately rallies around you and agrees with that person is bad.
Okay, Kate Beckinsale runs up, grabs you right by the front midsection.
Hold on.
Yeah, see, you're already okay with that.
Well, yeah.
But now Rebel Wilson comes up and does the same thing.
I think Rebel's kind of pretty.
Yeah, but you're not. I'm just saying she's not Kate Beckinsale. So
right.
what
I would probably be okay with Rebel, but if you said like Pete,
somebody like Rebel, like that, not necessarily the standard media form of beauty.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
You are going
not to argue your point,
back
but I get
up fast. And you're going to be get off me. But if Rebel will, or if Kate Beckinsale does it, you step into it.
Yeah,
and it's all attraction.
Where are you going?
Which isn't fair.
Where are you going?
Yeah.
Why?
No.
Or if my wife would give me that would be like the pass, a hall pass. She said Adele because I have this big crush on Adele. She's like, yeah, that's fine. It's really cocky of her, by the way. Just be like, yeah, that's fine, because I feel like with her saying that, she's like going, yeah, I'm prettier than Adele anyway.
What if you had found Rita Ora before she came to IXX? Like you guys were sitting in Michigan, you found Rita Ora, and you had already agreed that's your hall pass. Do you think that that day she would have been like, that hall pass was just a joke?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think I could have told Rita Ora that, and she would have been like, okay, well, I mean, since you wrote my name down, this has got to happen. I really feel like that. Here, let me read this story that I have from this woman that in her teens, she felt very unattractive. This is sad how the world works. She says, I had lovely hair, which to mind only served to compound on the very noticeable, unlovable rest of me. This is when she was a teen. No, it was like a cruel joke to have such nice hair. I was walking down the street. The first time I discovered the true extent of my ugliness, a group of older boys were walking behind me, seeing my long, white, blonde hair. One of them said, turn around, honey. Let's see your face. Embarrassed and thrilled, I did glance back when prompted. And then the guys, all I heard was laughter and unforgettable words. Oops, never mind, you're a dog. By the way, side note, and I'll get right back to the story. Has anybody ever said anything to you when you were a kid and it is stuck? Like negative like that, like a negative thing, and you're now as an adult, you think about that and go, oh, and that's probably given you some insecurities. Man, would I like to hear those on the text line, 71090.
Yeah, two things.
Really?
Both came from my dad.
Oh, your old man said it.
Mm-hmm.
What was it?
First one was, nobody will ever take you seriously if you just joke around constantly.
Okay.
Joke's on him. They don't take me seriously, but at least I make money doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one was, I would never co-sign a car with you because you don't put the toothpaste lid back on.
Oh,
You've said that before.
That's true, though.
And now the toothpaste goes back on every single time.
I like
that has stuck with me so hard. I think it was just a passing statement that he made when he was drunk, and it has stuck with me.
My nephew, when he was younger, his stepmom would constantly make fun of his weight, and I think that's why he is so
fit now.
Well, he's fit, but he's always worried about it. That is something that kid worries about a ton.
Mm-hmm.
And it was probably because when he was 12, when they would eat food, she would make him have a salad. Isn't that so sad?
I get it. It depends on the weight size, though.
He was
Like, if
just
you're
one of those
12
kids. He was 12 and he was heavy, but he was grown. He was going to be, he's like 6. He's tall now.
But how heavy was he?
I don't know.
Was he,
I think
was
we
he
all had those-
mildly, like me, I would say I'm mildly overweight.
Well-
but there are other people that are massive, and yeah, they need to be put on to a diet.
I don't know. It was like me. I think a lot of kids, when they're younger, go through that heavy stage, the husky stage, where you got to go to JCPenney and buy husky pants.
That's what I'm saying, because there's the husky stage, and then there's the okay, you really do need to be put on a diet because they're having an issue cleaning themselves.
So back to the story, as the text lines are piling up here, but the ugliness was like an additional unwanted limb that had emerged in puberty, apparently with the sole purpose of inflicting misery. So this woman had trouble, and it sounds like her growing up in high school was awful. I overheard a friend of my mother say it's an unfortunate phase, but it'll pass. Boys at school echoed the dog sentiments of the crowd above, and the phrase ugly felt as though it had been invented for me personally. I looked at the pretty girls and wondered what it must feel like. And then one day in my 20s, I found out what it felt like. And the disappointing realization was that while it felt good, it revealed an unpleasant truth about the world. In my early 20s, my features seemed to settle at last and pulled together to become something that was apparently not so awful anymore. After years of being ugly, it was suddenly baffling to me to be of interest to people, and not just in a sexual way, but just generally. I was the person that was worth listening to all of a sudden.
Yeah, pretty people do feel like they give better advice.
The attention I got from men made me sad. It was unfair. Old me tried so hard for everything that the new me, got so easily. Now the me didn't have to be a good person. I just had to be thin. It made the world seem so bleak. Like, this is the system? Really? It made me less hopeful about people. It made it hard to trust people. I appreciate my ugly years. They saved me from ever attaching too much worth to my features. The phrase beauty is in the eye of the beholder is supposed to be a comforting phrase, but I prefer beauty is boring. What else you got? Sid, pull up that video that I have of Dustin Hoffman, because this fits right along with this, I think. Dustin Hoffman he's a great actor.
He's an amazing actor.
He was on Meet the Fockers. He was
what's his
Ben
face?
Stiller's dad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was very good in that. He's a great comedic actor.
He did a movie called Tootsie, where it was a comedy, but he had to play he was a woman. He was a woman. He lost his job as an actor, and nobody would hire him, so he changed his appearance as a woman to get jobs.
Yep.
Okay, and they're asking him. Go ahead, Sid. They're asking him what they're asking him about the movie and becoming Tootsie. And again, this is Dustin Hoffman.
Murray Schiskow, who has been my dear friend for over 30 years, kicked off Tootsie with the thought of how would you be different if you had been born a woman? It was in a conversation we had one time. Not what does it feel like to be a woman, because all sexes have asked themselves the question, what does it feel like to be, what would it feel like to be the opposite sex? But his question was different. If you were born a woman, how would you be different? So that kicked off, it would take too long to answer how we then got involved in Tootsie for about 2 years before we even got a director, just working on different drafts of the script. But I did go to Columbia, and I asked them if they would spend the money to do makeup tests so that I could look like a woman. And if I couldn't look like a woman, they would agree not to make the movie. And they said, what do you mean? I just somehow intuitively felt that unless I could walk down the streets of New York and not have dressed as a woman and not have people turn and say, who's that guy in drag, or turn for any reason, that, who's that freak? Unless I could do that, I didn't want to make the film. I didn't want the audience to suspend their believability. When we got to that point and looked at it on screen, I was shocked that I wasn't more attractive. And I said, now you have me looking like a woman, now make me a beautiful woman. Because I thought I should be beautiful. if I was going to be a woman, I would want to be as beautiful as possible. And they said to me, that's as good as it gets. That's as beautiful as we can get you, Charlie. And it was at that moment that I had an epiphany, and I went home and started crying, talking to my wife. And I said, I have to make this picture. And she said, why? And I said, because I think I'm an interesting woman when I look at myself on screen. And I know that if I met myself at a party, I would never talk to that character because she doesn't fulfill physically the demands that we're brought up to think women have to have in order for us to ask them out. She says, what are you saying? And I said, there's too many interesting women I have not had the experience to know in this life because I have been brainwashed. And
he's crying, by the way.
That was never a comedy for me.
I just love how he said that. Never a comedy for him.
That is really interesting. Like that's what a take that he took that. Where he instead of him just
he even said, he goes, I would have passed up because I didn't look. I wasn't
fulfilling what my
society says. I would have passed up numerous conversations with myself. And I find myself interesting, but I would have never talked to myself because I wasn't pretty.
That's crazy. That really is.
Or how Sydney would say, that's wild.
Wow.
That's wild. On the way, we're going to be playing a take from Jake and Tanner. I believe it's for $80. Am I correct on that? $80. Also, have you ever thought about how Amazon works?
I try not to.
Right? Isn't it a weird thing? Like you talking about today on wind? It's the same way with me when I push buy, it's at my doorstep in 2 hours.
I had to order a Christmas gift from not Amazon, and I was like, well, I need 2-day shipping, mainly because I waited until a week before Christmas to order a Christmas gift.
I need it now.
And it was like $25 for free ship or for 2-day shipping, and I was like, dang it! I did it.
Somebody's not going to get a Christmas.
I did it because, you have to.
Well, anyway, they're really secretive on how it works because I tried looking all over the place, and what I've come up with I read a bunch of different segments and stories and articles, and try to walk you through on how Amazon works. You are listening to the Jake and Tanner Show. We're going to be doing that next. Plus, take your holiday season to the next level at Urban Air Adventure Park in Appleton. Open Monday through Thursday, 4 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 10 to 10, Sunday, 11 to 6. Pick up your holiday gift cards today. Oh man, we're getting eaten live on there.
Are we?
Where is that? Yeah, explain. Oh, by the way, hold on really quick.
Yeah.
866-916-0959. You are listening to the Jake and Tanner Show. Go ahead and text us if you want. Ewert Pest Control text line 71090. Hi, I'm one of the hosts of the show. My name is Jake, and fun little fact you may not know about me, but man, did I really want to get into Civil War reenactment when I was like 15.
I could see that.
It was a thing.
You'd be a bartender.
Yeah, I had a buddy do it, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Why can't I do that too? And I freaked out when I found out that he was in an actual like a movie.
Your buddy?
Well, it was a documentary of the Civil
cool.
War, and they used they did like a flyover, and he was there walking on the field, and I'm like, oh man, that looks fun. Some people really get into that character, like hard.
Those people are insane.
Anyway, Tanner.
Those people aren't right in the head. Hi, my name's Tanner. I'm the other host of the show. And today, I am going to go home and then do something for multiple hours until I come back here.
Really?
Yes.
What is that?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
I'm just going to do something.
I got you.
Mainly breathe.
That's good. Sydney. Hi.
Hi, my name is Sydney.
Hi.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That felt like a direct attack.
No.
It was.
Oh, okay.
Don't take it that way.
My name is Sydney, and I drink a lot of water in a day. I just like to stay hydrated. It's something I do.
That is true. She did attack me the other day, saying, I'm worried about your water intake.
Yeah, she said it to both of us. She's like, you guys never drink water. Like, we don't, like, the only time that we ever consume a liquid is inside of this room. She has no idea what you and I do. She doesn't know that you and I are water connoisseurs.
By the way, we're going to be playing Take from Jake and Tanner here in just a second. $80 up for grabs. Tanner asked a question, who runs this HD radio thing? I have no idea. We were featured on something. It says, I'm at their Facebook right now. It says, HD radio. Crank up the volume and turn up the lav. Start your morning right with the hilarious Jake and Tanner show. Find your local affiliate station here. I don't know what that means.
A local affiliate station would be like if we are syndicated.
Right, but what are they doing? Like,
I don't know.
Why did they take that's fine.
I love it. They have 79,000 people. They also did it on Twitter a few months ago. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
They tweeted at us and did basically the exact same thing. I don't know who it is, but it's flattering.
It is very nice, and then we got people on underneath the comments.
You hate us.
Oh, yeah.
You hate
I didn't even read the comments.
Tanner Show. You hate us. You hate the Jake and Tanner Show.
One of the comments from Blaine. No, please don't crank up the volume. Tanner will blow your eardrums out.
Damn right. Get out of here.
Nate says, I guess hilarious could be one person's opinion. Sadney makes the show sad. That's from Jacole. Your name's Jacole.
This one is confusing to me. Boomers like this listen to morning shows with Jake and Tanner, and even worse, WIXX.
By the way, we're skipping over the good ones. There are good ones here.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones, but those aren't as fun.
They are so effing horrible that anyone who can listen to them, I immediately write off as mentally ill. So bad that I'm convinced they not only work for no pay, but they actually to be on the radio. I don't know what that means.
Like I don't often flip through radio stations, but when I do, I hear these 10-year-olds live or an ad. I wonder how they are still in radio. They sound so dumb, jacked up on something, or never know what they are talking about. I even heard another station say how special they are. Wait, another station called us special?
I don't know. Nate says
is
this
it
one.
hot water?
Maybe.
Oh, could have been hot water and
based on radio station
Afterbirth.
employee comments. Ooh. I'm sure they're handsomely rewarded and a long connect the station can't get out of. Oh, a long contract. Okay, so based on radio station employee comments, I'm sure they're handsomely rewarded and have a long contract the station can't get out of. And then Dave said, dude, mainly 0 employees have commented on here.
I'm looking to see who this Nate is friends with because Oh, they're self-employed.
Yeah, I just love listening to guys yelling all morning. These guys are the worst.
Oh, well, if you like listening to men yelling, that's us. They were probably being sarcastic.
Yeah, they're great if you like listening to two grown men shout at each other. I don't know if you read that one. Like, why if they're always yelling? I didn't realize how passionately I dislike how they spoke before I saw this ad. Dang. Bring back Doug and Mary from Ben.
And Precious. Precious is still on the air. He does the farm report.
He does?
Yeah, he does he's the ag guy.
Boy, we haven't done this in a minute. This always makes me feel really good about my career choice. Go ahead. Since we're here, call the show. What do you hate?
Yeah, why not?
What do you dislike? No, there are feelings involved.
Yeah.
But we got thick skin. 866-916-0959. Not a lot of people like calling, so that's okay. You can always text anonymously. You were at Pest Control text line 71090. If you could change a part of the show, what part of the show do you hate? It'd be fun to have a little bit of a compliment, too, at the end.
Yeah, bookend it.
Yeah, bookend it would be fun.
Like, I like the tunes you play in your 9 o'clock hour. You guys are stupid, and I hate you. You're not horribly short.
Right. So let's do that.
Hate us. You hate the
I wish I would have never brought this up now. I didn't read the comments.
God!
Oh my God! This phone never rings!
Good morning.
Oh, great. Hi. Great. Go ahead.
Well, this is kind of a compliment. I think Sydney has a lot to contribute and does very good, but she's very soft-spoken and it's hard to hear.
Yeah, I agree. That is actually a good... That's constructive criticism. Saying, talk in the mic.
Yeah. Here, let me. I'll shorten this up for you. Speak up, moron! Sorry.
Love you.
That's usually what people say.
Hi. Hello. Oh, man. Hi, who's this? Oh, you don't have to tell us if you don't. Hi, go ahead.
I think you guys are wonderful. I listen to you every morning, but what drives me nuts is when you guys play like a video or something and you speak over it the entire time. So
wait. Hey. Listen, that is actually we're trying to get Sydney on that.
We're trying to get better.
We're trying to get better at that. Sydney's supposed to pause when we talk, and sometimes her computer messes up so bad that she can't get to the pause button fast enough. But thank you for saying that. No.
Wonderful.
I really like that because I agree with what you're saying on that. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Pause more!
Boy, it's also right now. We're just yelling at Sid. Hi, who's this?
Your favorite 3430?
Oh, great. Hi, 3430.
Hey, good morning. I was just wondering if you could talk about more depressing stuff like you always do for like hours on end.
I don't think we do.
Yeah, we talk about a lot of depressing things.
So Jake's depressed.
We're getting so good at it.
And Jake's wife being better looking than him. And
Hey, by the way, if you didn't like it, Lo, there's other stations.
Yeah, if you don't like that depressing stuff, you can hear a list of garbage read by other people.
No, they don't talk about their lives like you guys do.
That's the thing. I mean, that's just what it is. Mm-hmm. You've made us. By the way, yours so far is the most hurtful.
Mm-hmm. I try.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Ah! Oh my God.
That is a weird. Why does that happen half the time? Okay.
Hi.
No, it's scared that.
Let's read some of these. I hate that you guys aren't on the air. Oh, I specifically can't stand this show because of you two. Immature, like, I don't know, toilet humor. You sound like two 14-year-old boys. Oh, that one's rough.
Farts are funny.
Farts are funny. Who wrote that? Because
7723, I don't know.
Because why are you here?
Didn't the same person comment that on the HD radio? Isn't that like the same wording?
Probably. No, they said 14. The other person said 10.
At first, the yelling bothered me, but I got used to it. I'd love to hear more from Sydney. Literally, she's really, really quiet. Used to think you guys were super obnoxious, then you grew on me. You're crazy, unfiltered, and totally authentic. You're both too damn sexy.
Listen, that's an issue.
It is. It's tough to be this sexy.
It is so hard.
I hate the rewind from Jake and Tanner, but I love listening to the live one.
Well, yeah, that's... I mean,
I get
you're
that.
a diehard listener.
Yeah.
You got to understand that 99% of the people that listen to this show don't listen to the whole thing
right
from start to finish.
Hi, who's this?
Hey, this is Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
I hate the Karen Hour, man. I do not listen to this radio station for the music. I only listen to it while you guys are on the air. And through the Karen Hour, through the errands, talk right through it and keep enjoying my morning.
Did he swear? I can't remember.
No, he didn't.
Okay, I really like that you're still calling it the Karen Hour. I don't know if we call it that anymore. I really
it's like
appreciate that.
30% of the time we call it that.
Thanks, man. I like that guy. I miss the phone scams. More Oregon Trail. We are bringing back the Oregon Trail every once in a while.
Oh, we are?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
the
we
D&D.
can. Oh, yeah.
JT, D&D.
JT, D&D.
Tanner is hot. You're both sexy AF.
Okay.
Alcohol free?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, why don't you give more compliments like that, Sid?
No,
like when we walk in here and,
sweaty.
Yeah, and be like, man, you guys are super handsome.
Pale.
I would rather.
You'd rather what?
That feels like sexual
I'd
harassment.
rather choke in my puke, she wanted to say.
We're not all like you, Jake.
Yeah, Jake.
Hey, whoa!
Jake
I give
likes
compliments where compliments are due.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to compliment people's squishy parts.
Need to send Sydney on a remote and then change the locks while she's gone. That one's hurtful.
That one's mean.
That one's hurtful.
I don't even know where the locks are.
First of all, I forget my key almost every day. Joke's on you.
That is very true. All right.
This person, during it all, said, I was in Piranha 3D.
I don't believe that.
It's a weird brag that you just wanted to bring up during this bit.
I don't even know if that's a brag, really. Or sad.
Have you seen Piranha 3D?
No.
Basically softcore adult film.
Really?
Yeah, but with every now and then a bunch of bluegills come and kill ya.
Is it really similar to Red Shoe Diaries, Showtime? Where my 39-year-old's at? Showtime Red Shoe Diaries? People know what I'm talking about right now. You're riding in your truck and you're like, yeah, when I was like 14, I used to watch that.
Yeah, we didn't have that, and we had satellite, so you couldn't even get like the scrambled cable signal. So everything that I had to get was from Sex Talk with Sue Johansson, and the most action I ever saw was the pink wooden doll and the blue wooden doll, and she'd put them in positions, and I'd be like, I guess this is what's gonna do it for me. So I can't be left alone with mannequins.
What's your name? What's your name?
Esai.
What do you say?
Esai.
Esai?
Esai. E-S-A-I, the one, the only.
Oh, man. I like that. You want to play a game called Take from Jake and Tanner?
Let's go.
All right, buddy.
Holy cow,
yes,
you sound
I do.
like you're having a lot of fun today.
Well,
How
he
much
enjoys
cocaine
life.
do you do?
I'm hyped. It's Friday Junior.
Friday Junior. I like that.
Hey, man.
I don't know how to say your name, but I like it.
He's filled with life. I like this guy.
Yeah.
So 5 question. Tanner's getting out of the room. You win today, you're going to get $80. Now remember, if you get stuck, you can pass. Time willing, we're going to get back to that question. This is brought to you by Prosperity Credit Union Life Stage Personal Guidance. Tanner Banana is going to come back in the room, get asked the same questions. If he wins, $100 going against Sydney tomorrow when she plays. Timer will begin when I get done counting. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. What decade? Oh, well, hold on. Your timer will begin in 3, 2, 1. What decade saw the introduction of the Easy Bake Oven, Light Bright, and Spiralcraft?
90s.
What's the only country outside of Africa where lions still live in the wild?
Ooh. Pass.
What song is playing during Tom Cruise's underwear dance in the movie Risky Business?
Hard pass.
The Flintstones lived in which city?
Bedrock.
What city is the setting for the TV series Mad Men?
New York.
What's the only country outside of Africa where lions still live in the wild?
Africa's a continent.
Oops. What's the only... Well... I got here, what's the only country outside of Africa where lions still live in the wild?
India?
What song is playing during Tom Cruise's underwear dance in the movie Risky Business?
Thriller.
How do you feel? All right. Not too bad. Here we go. I'm gonna put you on hold, brother. Hi.
Good morning.
You feel smart?
No.
Are you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. What decade saw the introduction of the Easy Bake Oven, Light Bright, and Spirograph?
Pass.
What's the only country outside of Africa where lions still live in the wild? He said the same thing.
In the wild?
Yeah, what's the only country outside of Africa where lions still live in the wild?
Country. I'm gonna say India.
What song is playing during Tom Cruise's underwear dance in the movie Risky Business?
Pass.
The Flintstones lived in what city?
Bedrock.
What city is the setting for the TV series Mad Men?
Chicago.
What decade saw the introduction of the Easy Bake Oven, Light Bright, and Spirograph?
The 50s.
And what song is playing during Tom Cruise's underwear dance in the movie Risky Business?
Dang it! I can hear it! Hound Dog. That's not it.
All right. Esai? Is that right? Was that?
That's right, man.
Hey, Esai. See if you won $80 today. We're going to go through these together. What decade saw the introduction of the Easy Bake Oven, Light Bright, and Spirograph? He said 90s.
90s?
Tanner said 50s. The answer, 60s.
Dang it!
0,
Oh, man.
0.
Definitely not 90s.
What's the only country outside of Africa where lions still live in the wild? Esai was like, man, it's not a country, it's a continent. He said pass. I came back and asked him the question. He said India. Tanner said India. India's correct! 1-1.
Let's go.
I understand the question. Like, what country that's not in Africa?
Right.
You couldn't name them all.
What song is playing during Tom Cruise's underwear dance in the movie Risky Business?
This is what's going to get me.
And Esai said pass, and then he said hard pass, actually. Then he came back, and I believe he just guessed Thriller. Tanner said Hound Dog. The answer is Old Time Rock and Roll.
Oh!
0-0. Or no, 1-1. Sorry. The Flintstone lived in what city? You both said Bedrock. Tied ball game right now. Both tied at 2. One of you got this correct. What city is the setting for the TV series Mad Men? Esai said New York City.
Oh, God.
Tanner said
Oh, no.
Chicago.
Oh, no. I don't know. I don't know. I've never seen the show. I just guessed.
Neither have I. The answer, New York City.
Dang it!
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Hey!
New York is such the obvious answer.
I don't know. I would have went with Chicago too because it just feels like that era. You know what I mean?
I would have guessed DC.
I would have said Chicago.
Oh,
There
New
you
York
go.
is just such the obvious answer that it didn't feel like the right one. Good job, Esai.
You. All right, man. $80.
Yes.
Big thanks to Prospera Credit Union, Life Stage Personal Guidance. Put you on hold, and you're going to talk to Sydney here in just a second. On the way.
On the upside, we know that it's going to be $20 when we come back from vacation.
That's true. Sorry, Sid. People want to do this with Santa because it's 2019. We'll go through some of this. Also, something happened with Trump. Talk about all that next. Jake and Tanner Show. vacation. Exciting. It's the Jake and Tanner Show. Jake, Tanner, Sydney. Take your holiday season to the next level at the Urban Air Adventure Park in Appleton. Open Monday through Thursday, 4 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 10 to 10, Sunday, 11 to 6. You can pick up your holiday gift card, and you can do that today. So yesterday, this was happening in Trump's world.
On this vote, the yeas are 230, the nays are 197, present is 1, Article 1 is adopted. On this vote, the yeas are 229, the nays are 198, present is 1, Article 2 is adopted. The president is impeached.
President Trump impeached. Just a few things. By the way, do you know he's the third, right? Did we know that?
Yep.
Can you name the other two that were impeached?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, do you want me to?
Yeah, who do you think the
Nixon
first?
and Clinton.
The first was Andrew Johnson.
Oh.
Second, Bill Clinton. Richard Nixon would have been, but he
resigned before
resigned.
he could. That is right. I am sorry.
So both the articles. Just start hitting yourself. Both the articles of impeachment against the president needed 216 votes to pass, and abuse of power got 230. Does this mean anything?
Kind of.
I think some people think impeachment means, well, he's done. He's not a president
removed.
anymore. He's all gone. That's not true.
Nope.
The next step is the House is going to send the articles of impeachment to the Senate, where they're going to hold a trial to decide whether to convict the president and remove him from office. But that may be delayed with the rules of the trial or negotiated. Also, once that happens, he's only going to have like so many months before re-election anyway.
Yeah, what's the point?
Right.
Well, yeah, I guess if he gets removed from office, he's not allowed to run again.
Right.
So I guess that's the whole thing is let's impeach him so that he can't run again. I had only heard from people who are not news sources that being impeached means he cannot run again. Like as of right now, it means he can't run anymore, and I haven't found any real evidence of that.
Even if he's not removed from office?
I've heard a few people say that to me, but I don't know if that holds anything. I haven't looked. I haven't researched this enough. I know what the charges are and why he got them, but I don't know what this means now because he was at a Michigan rally for Keep America Great. While he was impeached, like they said, like you're impeached, and he went to a rally and he was like, "It doesn't feel like I'm impeached."
You want to know what's another debate that's happening in the world that's getting more attention than the impeachment?
I have a question. I have an answer for Tanner's thing. The senators would take another vote to prevent him from running for office ever again. So they would have to come to another vote for that, I believe.
Is this but is that the vote like he is being removed? I don't know.
No, it said they would have to take another vote to prevent him from running again.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I don't know. That's.
I barely understood those words. I only know them separately.
Another debate that's happening in the world that's more fun and more people are giving more attention to is this company conducted a survey to rebrand Santa.
Please, is sexy.
In order to make him more modern.
A woman.
That's a whole other thing we're going to get into. Now, I know what you're thinking. Santa Claus is, Santa Claus.
Yeah.
His appearance has stayed the same for years. A red suit with white fur boots, glasses, a white beard.
We do get a say on his appearance as people that he services. We can give him suggestions.
Yeah, and according to the survey, it turns out good old Chris Kringle here might be a little bit too outdated for modern times. So after the study, the company said that Santa, he would have to go in skinny jeans.
Wait, what company?
I am so amazed that Santa, like we do perceptual studies on the market.
Yeah.
That Santa ran one too.
Yeah, no,
so like
crazy?
it's weird that Santa called up Nielsen and said, "I'd like to figure out what the American people think of me, or people think of me. Can you just do a perceptual study, men, women, children?"
The company said that they would modernize Santa by switching his iconic look with skinny jeans. the shorter hair, tattoos, a hoverboard, and possibly a flying car for the sleigh.
Tesla, I assume.
I hate this.
Also, 19% said Santa should be identified neither as a male or female. More than 10% said woman should fill the role, and over 70% affirmed he should be male. And that is a whole nother debate that's going on.
I just think it's stupid. I just think that's so stupid. You're going to say that you want Santa to be a woman. Why?
Well,
Why?
This is a debate that was heating up a couple years ago after someone complained that a woman was being cast in the role of Santa in this town's Christmas parade. So this town did a vote.
Well, that's an issue. If you're gonna complain that a woman is being the role of Santa, then you're a problem person on your own.
Apparently, this thing is back, and now the way the world is, more and more people in the U.S. want a gender-neutral Santa.
I just don't care, man. Sure. If Santa wants to, you know what my Santa, you know who my Santa is?
Yeah.
In my head, I've never seen the man. I've only seen, the people at the mall that help Santa. But in my head, if I were to bump into Santa on Christmas morning, he looks like George Clooney with a big beard.
FYI.
Like, this is what he would look like. I would run into Santa, and he would look like that. He would have his white jacket open.
I want to sit on his lap for way too long.
Yeah, he's wearing that red jacket, but no shirt underneath it, but still suspenders, and just be like, oh, no. Oh, Santa, am I on your naughty list? It's a bad Tanner.
I want to play this video that was from 2015. It's a viral video back then. In the UK, they were asking little UK kids whether a female Santa would be up for the job. You want to hear their thoughts?
Yeah.
Sure. Maybe kind of hard to understand.
No. I think she wouldn't be able to do it. Number one, she would get lost in the sky.
She would get lost in the sky? You know that kid's dad is just sitting back like, I don't know where he got it from. I don't know, Brian's stupid small brain mom. That's what taught him that. Dang it! No! Oh no!
Let's see. I think again, it's kind of hard to hear, but I think I have.
Well, it's because their accent made those first 5 kids that were just saying no sound like cats getting ran over.
I'm kidding. It had like 16 syllables in there.
In the sky, because you have to go around the whole world. If she had a baby, then she'd be.
If she had a baby, Christmas kids can't. My God, these kids and boomers are the same people. We can't have a female president. You're gonna make babies and stuff. It'll be terrible.
The baby, then she'll be like doing the presents, taking care of the baby, giving it milk. The baby would crush all the toys when they're trying to bring it to other children. I think she'll get a headache.
I don't know what that kid just said.
Once again, man, the British people.
Here.
I reckon the Lady Santa would be much better because she can fit down the chimneys quickly. I think he would be better about bossing around the elves. She hasn't seen Father Christmas do it, and she'll need to practice. Santa's stronger than the cross.
I really wish they would get rid of
that music in the background.
So I can hear these cute little UK children talk about why women shouldn't do this.
Yeah, don't you know the Brits are hard to understand on their own?
Kidding.
How do you know? That'll be too heavy for a lady.
It would be too heavy. The bag would be too heavy for a lady.
Yeah, okay.
You get this, right?
It's magic.
Sid, let me ask you this. Would you want a female Santa? Or would you not care? If they changed it right now.
Santa Claus?
Sanix.
What?
That's what they're saying.
Sanix?
Sanix. That's what it should be. They want to change the name. One woman just got ripped apart because she said Father Christmas, and people on her Facebook just went nuts saying it. You're saying that he's a male.
Everybody who argued that on her, she should defriend them immediately. My God, people find issues in the wrong things.
There's another video of I don't have it, but it shows a woman, an actress playing Mrs. Claus. Santa goes out and Santa messes up a bunch of stuff and she's got to go fix it. So she takes a sleigh and she goes and hands out the presents, the ones that he messed up. And then she gets home before him, and then she's by the fire and he comes and kisses her on the forehead. And she never told him, like, I went and fixed what you did, but it's all because of the woman why Christmas is Christmas. It was actually kind of a neat, fun commercial.
Cool.
I get it.
That is really nice.
Do you want me to play any more of this, or are they just too difficult to hear?
It's hard for me to hear them.
My kid said something yesterday to me, or it was happening to him. Speaking of Santa Claus and things like that, he's getting a loose tooth. And I said, do you know what's going to happen next? And he said, the tooth fairy is going to come. And he got really excited. Yeah. And then my wife got so sad. And I go, why are you so sad? And she says, because this is our last tooth. Does that make sense? This is the last time.
Is this his last tooth?
No. The first tooth that he'll lose. That's what it was. Something like that.
Oh, so this is
the last time.
You're starting the 24 teeth process now.
Right, where we'll never have another kid that has their first
tooth fall
loose tooth. That's all done now. I mean, we had it with Piper, and now Dewey's going through this, and we'll never experience that again.
Well, you get to do it with grandkids.
Well, maybe.
Maybe, unless you screw them up long or hard enough to where they don't want to see you.
Well, I'm saying, but like the excitement, the tooth fairy, the wiggle. That's my kid. Let's be honest. I'll probably be living in the attic above Piper's house.
Oh, for sure, Piper.
Well, Dewey.
Okay.
Why?
Don't you always say that Piper's not going to be the successful one? She's the bus driver.
Dewey's the saver.
Dewey's the little saver, man. I'm going to be honest.
You're going to be able to sleep on a nice bed of newspapers that he's collected and won't throw away.
I'm going to find... I don't want to clean his room because I don't want to find things. Yeah, I know. I've just left it.
You're about to answer questions you didn't want the answer to.
Oh, he freaks out. He'll have kids come over, right? And he'll be like, hey, we're going to go up to the room and play. I'm like, great, cool. And then he'll come down like a few minutes later and he'll be like, Dad, I have things organized and they're moving them around. I'm like, Dewey, what do you want to just sit there and just look at you? They got to play with your toys. What do you mean? He's like, I got them in lines. And then I don't want them touching them. Yeah. And so I got to kick everybody out of the room and then do it. And then I got to send him home. And Dewey's up there complaining the whole time of fixing all these things because he's got specific orders. I'm sure there's some kind of dead bodies up there.
Oh,
animals.
Yeah.
He's like collecting crickets. Which one of you guys told me that you used to collect something as you were a kid when you were little? It was boogers on your wall.
Nope. Not me.
A booger wall collection?
No.
Which one of you?
I had rocks. But I think every kid does rocks.
I think it's because rocks are an easy thing to collect because when you're a kid, you hear that you should have a collection. So then you just go into your front yard and you're like, okay, I guess I'll take these.
And they're everywhere.
FYI, if you want to ruin your kid's Christmas, get them a rock polisher because those things take forever. It takes like 6 days.
Yeah. Days, I found out. I thought you could just tumble those things into marbles in an afternoon. No. And then it's like, and then you got to do it multiple times. You got to buy those little packets of grains. And you're just like, what the heck? I don't want to do this. I just wanted that quartz to be not jagged anymore.
FYI, that is Christmases that we grew up with, children. We didn't have your fancy iPads and your MTVs. We had rock polishers.
Yeah. And then you just sit there and you watch this little blue and orange thing.
I had a crystal making kit where I think it just made sugar.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. I remember those. Yeah. What was another one of your my lame gift too? My mom bought me a microscope and I went, what do I do with this?
I got a telescope once, way too young.
I had different slides. They'd be like, this is some kind of bacteria.
Yeah. We got a telescope, but then it was really cool because I didn't just get a telescope and then it got set up in my room. Like my dad took me outside and he showed me Saturn, which I thought was really cool.
Oh. Yeah, when you the first time I looked at a telescope and it was pointed at the moon and I saw the moon's craters. And
like real in high def.
I could not. It was so awesome.
Yeah, you can see Saturn a little bit. Like you can see the rings, but it's not like a high def thing like looking at the moon or anything like that. And you can see like Jupiter's
and then like
spot. It's really cool.
Neighbor's window.
Oh my God.
And you go, wow, these guys are weird. I didn't know they were into that stuff.
I heard a comedian say this and I laughed. It's like when you look into somebody's window, you want them to either be murdered or doing relations.
Yeah.
And anything else, they're just a boring couple. But like if you see their window, like even if you're just driving by and they're not being murdered or doing that, you're like, stupid boring people would have wasted my time to turn my head.
I hope people look in my window and feel bad for me and how awful my kids are. running around just chasing each other, hating each other, hitting each other.
Yeah, she cried just because she was tired. And, we were tired too, but we had a child punching our faces at the same time.
Yeah, no kidding. Sydney, your would be so boring. Oh, here's Sydney going to the toilet again. Here's Sydney, go try making a boom boom.
Here's Sydney watching cooking videos. Here's Sydney running an entire room out of an extension cord because her dad's an electrician, but apparently a terrible one.
All right, more Jake and Tanner show. We're going to do that next. Also, a list of people who fell from grace this decade. See if you remember these people. Yeah. Spoiler, Bill Cosby's on that list. Take your holiday season to the next level at Urban Air Adventure Park in Appleton. Open Monday through Thursday, 4 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 10 to 10, Sunday, 11 to 6. Pick up your holiday gift card today. I have good intentions to re-listening to our show. Like on my way home going, let's see if we can find things that we need to work on. But man, it's just so cringeworthy. I don't even understand how we do this for a living. I don't understand how people even listen.
Yeah, we are terrible at our jobs.
Nah.
Uh-huh.
It's Jake and Tanner show. Jake, Tanner, Sydney. So, Business Insider just listed a bunch of people who have fallen from grace throughout the 2010s. It was so weird. Man, Amber came in yesterday, and we were talking about Katie. Mm-hmm. Katie's awesome. She's been here forever.
Yep.
She's got a lot of clients. A lot of people know who she is. And I was asking her about sales, and that side of the world and how it works. And she said, and my question was, man, how did Katie get so many clients? How does that work?
Yeah.
And she's like, well, she's been here for a while. And I'm like, well, it wasn't like 2000 or whatever. In my head, I was thinking the year 2000 was like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. She's like, well, yeah, it was 20-some years ago. Yeah. I'm like, wow.
It's about to be 20 years ago that she started in the year 2000.
Anyway. So 43 people have fallen from grace throughout the 10s. And naturally, a lot of them were uncovered during the hashtag #MeToo movement. I wrote down the most recognizable names. Boy, this is fun.
Yeah.
Do you think you can guess these? It's too many years. Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm going to say...
you got to add...
Bill Cosby, because you already gave me that one.
All right, so you both get a point there.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go. Kevin Spacey.
Sorry, Sydney took that.
Oh, but I want it.
Okay, Tanner 2 then. Bill Cosby did make the list.
Matt Lauer.
Matt Lauer? Man, I really
that affected us.
Matt Lauer. Yes, it affected us because we were so into he was kind of in our career.
Yeah,
his broadcasting career.
And we also watched him like every morning at KTI.
Louis C.K.
Yeah, damn it. That's not fair. I was going to say that.
He should be on here.
He's doing theater tours again, man. And he's selling out. And he also asked for consent. I don't know.
What are you dancing about?
He said, heck.
Because you got a point?
No, because she didn't get a point.
Oh, but he didn't fall from grace law.
Yeah, he's not on that list.
All right. Lance Armstrong.
Why? What did he do?
Lying
about drugs?
Doper.
That was this decade?
Michael Phelps then.
Holy cow. Was that this decade?
Doesn't that feel like it was forever ago?
Okay, but Michael Phelps?
Not on the list. You're stupid.
Jared from Subway. Boom.
That's there.
He fell. I'm pretty sure the farthest.
The reason I like Lance Armstrong, because I love people who lie about taking drugs. And
I still fully believe that every professional athlete should be allowed to take drugs. I don't care if they're enhanced. I want to see them run faster. Like, could you imagine if Aaron Rodgers and other professional football players were on drugs?
Right.
Like hardcore drugs, like Aaron Rodgers just throwing accurate bullets at 75 miles an hour, 100 yards down the field. That's a bet.
They got to start expanding. It's like 500 yards now.
Do you remember when baseball was watchable because everybody was hitting home runs every other pitch?
I don't remember that at all,
It was in the 90s. There was Ken Griffey Jr. and all those other people. It's because they were doping up like crazy. Let them take steroids. Fine, that's my rant. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
What's up,
Brett
Sid?
Favre.
What did he do? He did that back...
He came out with that
deep
book. That was just
like he was just laying it on people. Like they did. Wasn't that happening with Brett Favre?
Yeah, but that was in the early.
Or was that Peyton Manning where he was just laying it on people's forehead like constantly?
That
was
coach.
Manning. That was Manning. Manning liked to
the
put
coach
it on
of the
people.
Patriots, right?
That's Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick.
Can we share that point?
That's not.
No,
he's not on here.
You're talking about Robert Kraft.
No, and he's not on here.
Yeah, because he just went to a happy place. He went to a happy ending store, and he purchased a happy ending.
Okay, you guys. So Lance Armstrong, you guys are really not doing well now.
Oh, Aaron Hernandez. He fell hard.
Yeah, no, that's it. Yep,
because he's dead now.
Anthony Weiner.
Oh, I really wanted Anthony Weiner to be better.
Oh, you guys have not said this one, and you know
Trump. Not to get political.
R. Kelly.
Yeah.
But okay, let's be honest. Michael Jackson.
No, you idiot.
He's dead. What?
You how are you not saying this one?
I don't know.
How about this one? Winning.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
Dude, that was so fun. That was such great prep.
My God.
It was so easy. He made
tiger blood.
He made a YouTube video every day.
Yeah.
You just go, okay, we're gonna play this.
It's almost like Nick Cannon's drop diss tracks. It's like every day we were just gonna get something new from Nick Cannon.
Man, I just love that he lost the battle before it even began.
Yeah,
People didn't even hear Eminem's.
Eminem tweeted and it was just like, hey, I don't have a gardener, but I do have a driver, and he's upset you didn't mention him. And like, that was it.
Well, I mean, to be honest, Nick doing this, Nick knows, I mean, he's getting publicity, even if it's negative.
Yeah, he said he got so much the first round, he probably just wanted more.
Well, think about this. He's starting syndication now. And now all of a sudden, everybody is talking about Nick Cannon, even though it's like, you wouldn't win in a rap battle, but if you're a PD and you're like looking for an afternoon show, you're like, give me Nick Cannon's syndicated because everybody's talking about him right now. Of course I want him on my radio station.
That was probably a really good business move on his part.
It really was.
Wow. Good for him.
Because he even states how bad, he knows that Eminem would, he stated that.
Yeah, he said it a number of times, that Eminem would wipe the floor with him.
Can you believe Paula Dean was in this People Who've Fallen from Grace?
Yeah, she said some N-words and not nice and naughty.
I mean, was she saying the N-words while she was cooking? Is that how that went?
Is Bezos on the list?
Who?
Bezos?
Jeff Bezos?
No, Jeff didn't make it. We don't want to see.
He hasn't fallen from grace. He still has like $135 billion.
He's Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
We can't let him go anywhere.
No, he's got to stick around.
Ray Rice.
He killed a woman, didn't he?
Yeah, his fiance beat her.
Oh yeah. He just socked her in
an elevator, wasn't it?
Elevator.
Have you ever seen that video? You don't watch it. It's awful.
No, it is awful. What's more awful is that the NFL was trying to cover it up for a minute.
Yeah. Well, it's Ray Rice.
Well,
he runs the ball real good. We sell jerseys, and if it comes out that he beats people are going to buy his jerseys. So let's sell a lot of his jerseys, and then we'll let the judicial system take over.
What about Josh Duggar?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the diddler. I mean, just odds are, if you're going to have 19 kids, one of them's going to diddle.
Oh, the gymnastics doctor, that Larry.
Lori Loughlin.
Oh, no.
That should be on there.
Yeah, it should.
But also, it's kind of hard to fall from the bottom.
That's true. I mean, how do you fall from Hallmark?
Paula Dean is on this list.
She's
Aunt Becky.
Yeah, but Paula Dean was still doing things. Lori Loughlin fell like when you thought that you were done on the stairs, but there was still one left. Like, I guess I'm on the bottom.
And she's still going to court. We don't know anything about this yet.
Oh, yeah, she could be found innocent, like Upskirt.
Yeah, what about Upskirt made the list?
Yeah, because regardless, and that's what sucks the hardest, is regardless about what these trials are going to say with almost anybody, kind of like Kevin Spacey. We all painted him as a pedophile and molester and rapist before he even went through trials.
And now everybody's dead, so now he's going to be an innocent man. Now what?
He is innocent.
Yeah.
Like, as of right now, it's like nothing happened. So we're supposed to, I want my last good season of House of Cards back.
Megyn Kelly.
Why did she fall from grace?
It says racist.
She's racist? She seems like she would be racist.
She would probably be so difficult to work with.
Oh my God. I do want to see that movie about her, though.
I think she's really pretty.
She is very pretty. And
she
then
had a
her
hell
mouth.
of a contract, man. Like, they still had to pay her a ridiculous sum of money.
Yeah, they paid her like $75 million. I think they're still paying her.
What do you got?
I was going to say O.J. Simpson, then I remembered we were saying decade, so that doesn't work.
Roseanne Barr.
Oh, yeah. Roseanne.
People
what did
with
she
Fallen
do?
from
Oh,
Grace.
yeah, she was racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was super racist.
Gets you every time.
Get you every time.
Kevin Spacey is on here. Charlie Rose. Who's
Charlie Rose?
He's an interviewer.
I know
see a
that
lot
name.
of actors on there. Sexual harasser.
Of course.
Al Franken, sexual harasser. Mario Batali. I served him beer before when I was a bartender. He never sexually harassed me, but...
You are a good little bartender.
What does that mean?
I don't know. But for some reason, like I said, it's...
You are a good little...
Any decade or any scenario you put yourself in, I just see you as a bartender.
Well,
and I don't know why. Like you said, cowboy and some bartender. Civil War reenactor, bartender.
What? Yeah, I would do that one. The Civil War. I'd
what
serve
was
the men their beer.
Yeah. What was the other thing?
Old country or cowboy days.
Yeah,
This
we
isn't
said
fun.
bartender. And stain. And
I know. It was when I said I would be a mafia.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When you were gonna be a 20s gangster bartender, you would be like Squirrely Jake. Get Squirrely Jake on him. Yeah, get Shaky Jake.
This isn't fun.
Well, I'm just saying, you have the safest job always. People like getting loaded.
Also the most dangerous.
What about, put me in the Walking Dead. Would I be a bartender?
Yeah. Oh, no. Well, in The Walking Dead?
Wouldn't you just be dead?
No. We all like to think that if in a zombie apocalypse we would be like, we put ourselves in a we would be a zombie like we all would be. It's fine.
I'm a fast little runner.
Yeah, but
you got them legs.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do?
Oh,
yeah, but what are you gonna do once you get out?
Because I can do this. It was on a Tic Tac video where
Tiki-taki?
The guy bends down on his knees, right?
Okay.
Grabs one foot like this.
Okay.
And
he
just
stands
on one leg, and I can do that.
Absolutely not. I can't even stand with two
I got to
legs.
take my pants off, though, because my pants are really tight, and they'll rip the jeans.
What do I gotta do?
Okay, get down, Pete. Okay, get down. On your knees.
You guys,
While you're right
you guys should stand in front of Jake.
No, wait. Now grab that leg. That leg. Bring it right up to your thigh. Don't hang onto the wall.
I can't.
Okay, you can. Now you got to stand up with the right leg.
Without using my hand?
Without using your hand. You got those Linsky legs? No, you can do it. My left leg.
I bet you if my pants didn't start to fall down, I could do it.
My left leg's a little stronger.
And it's good because that knee is still messed up. Man, I should go to the doctor for that. It has been multiple months.
Don't do that. Just go eat a handful of blueberries and go count your blessings.
Funny.
You guys are idiots because you didn't say the Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, but you're right.
I don't know.
I'll take that abuse.
That's my last one. When was the Seventh Heaven?
2010, but once again, that's like missing the last step on stairs.
Yeah.
Because what had he been doing?
True.
He was on The Office for like one episode.
Did that guy get any in trouble?
Was there any proof?
I thought he had a phone conversation recorded of him saying it or something.
I didn't think there was.
I didn't think there was proof. I think it was just, once again, accusations. See, the accusations now, Richard Gere is probably sitting back and being like, finally, people understand what accusations can do to you. Because it doesn't matter if Richard Gere ever had a hamster inside of him. In all of America's heads, that's where the hamster lives.
Yeah, he had a problem when that one girl flushed it. It's like, well, then you could have done other things with that. Got it on the plane.
Yeah.
I can teach you how to smuggle.
Man, if Richard Gere would have came out of silence, is he dead? I haven't heard from him. But if he would have came out of media silence during the United Flush the Hamster thing and said, I think it's despicable what happened to that animal. There were other ways.
You know, his PR person was probably like, you got to do this.
Yeah, one like 22-year-old dude is just like, I think you should say something.
Really wish he had like a video of him helping like one of those soft-spoken Sarah McLachlan videos, but it's all about helping hamsters. Yeah, these breaks are too long. Hey, Dunder Mifflin is opening an office near you off Broadway Sensation. The Office musical coming to Green Bay January 31st at the Widener Center. Tickets on sale through Ticketstar and WidenerCenter.com. How about we do this? We can give away a pair of those tickets right now. 866-916-0959. I don't know. We'll take, what caller do you want, Sid?
4.
Caller 4. Give us a call. We'll get you those tickets. You are listening to the Jake and Tanner Show Music Intensive Hour. We're going